and sometimes she doesn't want to talk to me on the phone because she doesn't want to think about me not being there.
Oh.
So it's a whole different experience. Like when she was a baby, or when I didn't have a kid, it was easy to say, hey, I'll be back in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or whatever, because it wasn't quite so emotionally draining. But now that you've spent all this quality time and you've really sort of, honed down your parenting skills to a point where this kid loves you and everyone knows that they are loved and taken care of and safe, it becomes a difficult thing to do every day. And not to mention that flying is no fun. I mean, everybody knows who's been on a plane in the past few months. It's like, so we fly almost, I think twice a week now. And that, so then there's that on top of it. So there's all this discomfort and the suffering, but the cherry on top of all of that is the playing of the show. So for an hour a day, life is amazing, right? Because you're playing a show and you're doing what you love and you're doing what you're good at. And then it goes back into, oh, cool, bus. And then we're gonna drive 10 hours to this show, and then we gotta sit for 10 hours until the next show. And then then after 3 of these, we'll fly home or drive home. So it's interesting because I think certainly touring the way we used to tour is a younger man's game. And none of us are spring chickens anymore. So we've tried to look at it to see how can we tour smarter and so that we can tour for longer. So anyway, suffice to say that at the end of the day, when this tour runs, when we run the course of this tour in the middle to end of October, then we're done for the year. And then nobody knows what next year looks like yet. So there's still this uncertainty. I guess I'm grateful that we got to do something in the summertime that was productive. But I will say I am looking forward to going back home and just being a dad and a husband.
Well, we are so looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. It is Shinedown. It's you fellas. It's Bad Flower. It's Grandson. And we are going to have ourselves a time. And I just thank you guys for getting together with me today and chatting and everything. I'm so glad you guys are playing the show. And it's just really great to catch up with you as it always is. And, next time through, we'll get together in person and say hello and do it all. But as the music director of the radio station, again, I just thank you guys for being what you are. And that's a really, really fantastic rock band that's helping our station a lot. So thanks, you. Man. And we can't wait to see the support, man.
Yeah. Thank you for the support.
Very much.
Yeah.
No problem. Fellas, you take care. And if you need anything on Sunday, I'll be at Point Fest. You just let me know. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Take care.
Man.
It's Donnie Fandango for 105.7 The Point, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by Dan Auerbach, the frontman of the Black Keys. And Dan, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with a single and a new record coming, but I wanted to bring up a couple of things first that you have done in the last year that I just loved. And two of the things specifically, the covers record that the Black Keys did, I just adored because it introduced me to a bunch of songs that I didn't know, and I loved that. And then also too, I know you produced the Robert Finley record, and I loved that one too. I didn't know anything about that man until I saw that you had worked.
Hey! I can't believe you do that.
Screw this.
I had to pick up the slack for everybody.
That's so jacked.
What the hell? Get it together.
You.
Yeah, right. You're trying to
You
tear
missing
us
something
apart.
very hard. Missed the show in the middle of an argument.
I know. You started the show, and by the way, that was excellent.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I did not hit her.
Apart.
I did not. I just
dude.
pulled a muscle.
Yeah,
my
you
God.
got us all revved up and stuff.
I just triggered the men. Two of the three men on this show today.
I went from freezing.
Yeah.
I'm sweating
I don't
now.
identify. And by the way,
Man on this show.
hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, yeah.
Hello, it's
Morning.
Thursday. Good morning, everybody. Hello. And today's supposed to be the happiest part of the day, or this.
6:07 a.m.
Well, at least we're laughing.
This part of the day is the happiest part of the day.
Says who?
Says science.
Thank you, science.
Says science. Saying it's the dawn of a new day is right. Dawn of a new day.
Well,
sort of a freeing and hopeful expression, isn't it?
Rafe and I were just singing Travis Tritt's It's a Great Day to Be Alive. So I guess that kind of that's some evidence that we're having a great part of our morning.
Choose joy.
Well,
man.
okay, let's be honest. For a lot of people, the worst part of the day is maybe right now, or maybe when your alarm goes off. Is that the worst part of the day when the alarm goes off?
I don't know. Mine goes off like 6 times. So
Yeah, which one?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're a snoozer.
I'm a snoozer.
No
I'm a
snooze for
loser.
me.
I've actually been afraid of that. I think it was on this show. I learned how bad it was for your sleep or something. I looked into it, and I just was like, now I'm terrified of snoozing.
I find it as a slow wake up. It's like the pre-wake up,
And then
almost wake up.
But
now we're awake.
in terms of your mood,
It's a little gift I give myself. You should try it.
what, snooze?
If you set an alarm for a little
I feel
earlier,
like I will lose.
sometimes you lose, but sometimes you win. It is a gamble. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I can sleep for 15 more minutes. It's like a nice little, it's like you're mad and then you get over it faster because you're like, the alarm pisses me off. Then I'm like, oh, this alarm was just a nudge. I win this war. Click. And then, you go back to sleep for 15 minutes, maybe have a quick dream. I dream a lot in the mornings in between. And then you wake up in a different part of your sleep cycle. Like sometimes you
have a snooze dream?
I have snooze dreams. I dream in like I'll have little short spurt dreams.
Are you a dream interpreter?
Yeah. I bought Rafe a dream dictionary for Christmas the first
Can
year.
somebody interpret this dream I had last night?
Go. Yes.
And this is for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this, getting coffee.
Well, what have you been taking? You've been taking some kind of like sleep supplement?
My wife has this thing. I've been having difficulties just like staying asleep. And she's giving me this thing, and she goes, yeah, I said, it says recommended dose 3, and I popped 3, and she goes, yeah, I only take 2. And I was like, oh, that would have been
would
great
have been
information.
great information before I popped 3, but
Yeah,
okay.
And I go, well, how often do you take this? And she goes, well, I only take it like when I'm, having difficulty sleeping, once a month or so. And I was like, well, why not every night? And she goes, well, I'll tell you, gives you some really, really intense, vivid dreams. And I was like, whoa, like now
Vivid
you're telling me
dreams.
I'm about to chase the dragon? I'm about to catch the dragon in my sleep.
Have you caught a dragon yet?
Dude, I have made friends with the dragons the last 2 nights. I have employed the dragons.
I don't remember my dreams all the time. I would like to maybe keep a sleep journal.
Yeah.
It's going to start with this.
Let's,
maybe
talk
I'll start
about
with this. So it was very vivid last night.
What are give it to me, and I'll pick out the key points, and I'll tell you what's up.
So does it all have to do with location? What goes into?
There's a couple of things.
What goes into interpreting a dream?
So
we go to our resident witch for this.
So, like, okay, for instance, like I dream about the bathroom a lot.
Okay.
Now, people are like,
Whoa.
oh,
I don't think I've ever dreamed about
a bathroom and anything having to do with water is like a purity thing.
Okay.
Okay. Or like cleansing yourself in some way.
This
like
dream,
emotionally.
This dream was on a dock.
Okay.
Was
so
on a
water.
dock. On the shore of the Hudson River.
Okay, so this is back home. This is New York.
This is. I think I may have been on the Jersey side. Jersey side.
So he's dreaming in his mother's language.
Okay.
This is the Jersey side of the Hudson River.
So there's water, so it's purity. Okay, go.
Right, maybe Hoboken. I'm not sure.
Daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Dreaming in the language of your ancestors.
So this is in your sun sign. So you're a Leo. You're a fire sign. So this is not your shadow self. This is your sun self.
Okay, so I'm on. I think it's probably Hoboken or Weehawken, New Jersey.
Yeah.
On the other side of the Hudson is New York City. So I'm on a wooden dock.
Yes. Good.
Okay. And I'm with Michael Rappaport.
Okay.
So can you read into that?
Michael Rappaport is funny, but he's also very honest. He's political. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're hanging out.
Have you met him before?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And he's making meatballs.
Something you can't do. Keep going.
And we're throwing them at people.
Great. All right, here it is. You are having a deep insecurity that you cannot make meatballs. This is something that originated back home with your mother who lives still in New York. You miss your mom. You're looking back. You missed out on something that you feel you're letting your Italian heritage down. This is you having insecurity about something deeply in your soul that has to do with your family. 100% that's that dream.
Where does Michael Rappaport
Yes, you're
play
gay
into
for
this?
Michael Rappaport. You are sexually attracted to Michael.
Mine just says you're gay.
Yeah.
The meatballs represent
Wait,
testicles.
I have an interpretation for your dream.
Let me
and
see.
And it's this.
Gay.
It's all out. You know what? And I love you. That's great.
All right. Well,
I
guys.
support it.
It says that docks represent transitions.
Oh, man.
And
He's transitioning into a meatball.
yeah.
You're coming full circle.
Exploration with Michael Rappaport. Arrival or departure. Whoa. Uncertainty, a desire for change.
You want to learn how to make meatballs, and you are.
Super Bowl Sundays.
Maybe the balls
insecure.
Represent testicles.
It is totally gay.
It could be. I mean, if this is you and you're coming out to us at 6:30 a.m., I am supportive forever.
Hey, listen.
I'm impressed and weirded out by your confidence in your interpretations.
I've been studying
what was
this
the
stuff a
shadow
long
self thing? What'd you say? He's a fire sign? So the water means
Leo.
Daytime and nighttime. So, like, if you dream, if you can remember if you're in the daytime or nighttime, that's important. So, nighttime is usually what you hide, your shadow side. Okay, because all of us have sun signs and we have moon signs and we have, like, ascending parts of our zodiac and stuff. And you got to know, like, if you ever want to look at your birth chart and figure all that crap out, you have to know exactly what time you're born, which I don't know, Moon, do you know what time you're born? Like, you have a birth certificate. No. You do not have a birth certificate?
I don't think so. I have, like, some documentation and paperwork, but it's not.
Yeah, but you could ask
It's not the same as y'all's.
Your birth mom.
Yeah, well, I mean, even in there's some confusion on the day.
So your sun sign is Aries,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
What's your moon?
I haven't looked at this. I think it's Gemini. I don't have that part of myself memorized completely.
But this was such a vivid dream, and it was towards the end of the night or morning because my alarm went off. Mm-hmm. And I went, damn it.
You wanted to finish it?
I wanted to finish the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And me and Michael Rappaport just kicking it, throwing meatballs at people.
Says dreaming about celebrities symbolizes your subconscious desires, aspirations, admirations for qualities they represent. Usually when you're with people in dreams, it's not them. It's some sort of representation of what they mean to you.
Why him?
And he's kind of a
him?
He does
like
talk a lot of
opposite.
trash, dude. I don't know if he's your opposite. I think he's your spirit animal. Like, that dude talks a lot of garbage. Projection of desires, self-esteem issues, positive changes, childhood dreams. If it's a childhood fantasy.
I think the fact that you're on the Hudson, you're back home.
Yeah, I was back home.
That's a deep-rooted, like, comfort. So, yeah, this is about...
He is kind of a New Jersey guy, too.
He's a New York guy.
Yeah, all of this is like, you probably need to go home. When's the last time you've been to New York?
It's been a while.
Go home and learn how to make a damn meatball.
I was home in October.
With your mom. I think
She's not even home.
That'd do good for your soul. When she comes home, say, Mom, I want to learn how to make your meatballs.
She's coming out to us.
Okay, well, screw it. Make some damn meatballs with your mother. Okay? That's your soul.
Okay.
I think there's an insecurity there.
Well, anyway, back to mornings, by the way. According to a new study, mornings are actually the happiest time of the day when people are happier, more satisfied, and less downbeat. So experts analyzed data from almost 50,000 adults throughout 2 years and found that regardless of the day, a person wakes up in a good mood. And that is the best they're going to feel all day.
Sucks.
So basically, it's all downhill from here. Damn it. Actually, it's a bit of a roller coaster after that. The big dip happens around 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have another surge of happiness at 6 o'clock.
Dinner time.
When many people are off work and having dinner. And there's a downturn throughout the evening, and the least happy time is midnight or whatever you go to bed for the night. And they didn't address morning people versus night owls or any other factors like, if you had a nightcap or two in the evening. Also, there was some obvious stuff. The happiest mornings are Saturdays and Sundays, and people are happier in the summer months more so than the winter months. So, of course, the morning high isn't guaranteed to last long. We've seen previous studies where the most stressful time of the day is 8:15 a.m. And people know if their day has been ruined by 8:36 a.m.
The whole day?
Huh.
The whole day.
Come on.
They will know by 8:36 a.m. that the day is ruined.
Good.
But today, we should be optimistic.
Why?
Because today is Optimist Day. That's right.
Yeah, dude.
Today is Optimist Day. So with so many weird, crazy, maybe negative things happening in the world, today is a chance to see the brighter side of things. So let's do that. Let's see the brighter side of things today.
I don't like this version of you.
I know. I don't like it either. It's really not feeling natural.
Okay.
I like it.
It's like making me into a pessimist, Like one of us has to balance this room out right now.
Yeah, just to show balance.
I'll take this journey with you. I'll be your Michael Rappaport.
Thanks, Rafe.
Let's throw some positive meatballs
Michael
at people
Rappaport
today.
Yeah, what's the chucking of meatballs at people?
It's just you being a dick.
No interpretation there, huh?
That's just self-explanatory.
Rejecting your own skill set.
Reflecting life.
No, are you usually an optimist or a pessimist? I know your answer, Lern.
What do you think? I'm interested.
You're a pessimist.
Interesting.
You don't think you're a pessimist?
I'm depressed, so yeah, I'm definitely a pessimist. I probably need to be on medication. Let's keep this
You don't
real.
need meds. You optimist or pessimist?
I'm a melancholy optimist.
Okay. I don't know if that's
Straddle
a
the
thing.
fence.
I don't know if that's a thing.
It's definitely.
You're
a
either
thing.
one or the other.
Oh no, I'm for sure an optimist. I'm always. There's always hope. I'm always feeling and seeking hope. So at my absolute core, I'm an optimist. But there's a lot of complexities in it.
Okay.
As well.
Rafe, optimist or pessimist?
I am optimist prime. What do you think?
He's a comedian.
Is it pessimism shrouded in optimism?
I don't know. Tough.
I think I lean
to read.
optimist, but there's a shattered idealist inside me for sure that's getting more cynical by the day.
I'd say I'm there too.
Oh, dude, and I think that's why I'm an optimist, because I can be so cynical. I can be so
Now-
intensely depressed and down. I think that's where the optimism comes from. And I think most like people that are writing songs about optimism and all that kind of stuff are people that are fighting the darkness.
Yeah.
Really heavy.
Yeah, I lean pessimist, I'll be honest with you.
No. We know you.
You?
But it's so, I don't know, there's a warm pessimism to you. I don't know. Like, you don't make me feel worse.
Yeah, you shower me in warm pess.
You know, it's warm pest.
I want to be an optimist so bad.
I know, you're too angry, though.
I want to be optimistic.
We're all kind of the same in a weird way here. Like, now that we've all just kind of put it out on the table, it's odd.
I think we're all pessimists in this room, I'll be honest with you.
In different ways, though. But see, I present sunny and diligent, and but my dark shadow self is like,
Sure.
ooh, the world is gonna burn.
I think I present
So-
on the surface. I think everybody would see me as a pessimist.
No, I think people see you as an optimist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're always
think
like
we're all-
you're all sunshine, dude. Like,
I
and
think
that's
we're all
the
seen as
compliments you get.
pessimists.
Like, even people saying you're like positive Pete in the chat. Like,
Oh, I try.
I call you
Present
Lionel
that.
Pessy.
yeah,
We're all pessy. Don't deny it. Just let it wash over you.
Yo, if your
know.
belly is full and you have good sleep,
Oh, Lord.
and I know we're talking, dreams, all right? But let's say your belly is full and you have good sleep, and I put you in a situation just like not
It's
out
a
in the woods
recipe
for
for
you.
acid reflux, by the way.
I put you in an Italian restaurant or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an environment where you'd be happy.
An Italian restaurant with
restaurant,
no one
yes.
else in it.
yeah, with no one else in it. Like, what are you thinking? Are
No,
you thinking
I-
like, are you looking around going, oh, they don't have this kind of wine, or they don't have this? I mean, you're going to be like, oh,
No.
cheery,
No,
right?
you know what? What will put me in an optimistic mood is plans to go to a nice restaurant.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
glass half full. I think you're actually at the core, you're an optimist.
I would love to be an optimist.
I think you are, though.
my buddy.
But this is maybe why I don't like surprises. Remember the other day I said I really hate surprises?
Yeah,
And
yesterday.
that's my pessimistic side.
My buddy Scott's in the chat, and he says a poptimist. Mix of the two. I think that's a good term. Poptimist. Pop.
Okay, well, so it is Optimist Day. So let's try to get the negative.
Cool.
Try to get the negative out, guys.
Okay, go.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's also National Frozen Yogurt Day.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a good way.
I didn't go yesterday, and now I will go today.
I'm still thinking about this optimism thing, dude.
What?
I feel like I choose optimism because if you don't, I've made that choice a long time ago. I think I'm a reformed pessimist. Like, if you don't choose optimism, I can go to some pretty dark places, which is kind of what you're talking about, probably. Like, if I choose pessimism every day, I could go. Because part of being a comedian is like calling out hypocrisy and like poking holes and, like.
Poking holes into pain.
Yeah, and like turning tragedy into comedy, and like that's a tight wire act. Sometimes you have to go to places that could probably you need to go to with a therapist. So choosing optimism is a way to combat that.
Well, is this a pessimist thing? When somebody's late, I assume you're dead in a ditch.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's just fear. And all this
But is that pessimism?
This is fear and love. How do you live? Do you live through love? Do you live through fear? That's literally the only two choices. And I know that sounds super lame, but like it is.
It's true.
Optimism is, I choose love today. Pessimism is, oh, I'm a fear everything. And we are a great balance of all that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah, man. I
You're
was
doing
staring out
great.
the window the other day thinking about the world, and to Lern's point, like the news was on and it's all gloom and doom, and I'm like, that's not the world I walk through every day. The world I walk through
Shut
every
the
day
news off today.
It's full of good people, communities trying to live a good life and take care of their families and find more about what we have in common than what we don't.
Well, which leads me to what else it is today.
There's only two types of people in the world, Riz. Decent folks and indecent folks. And you have to wake up every morning and choose which tribe you belong to.
So it is Optimism Day.
That was pretty optimistic.
Choose joy.
It's National Frozen Yogurt Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's also Pay a Compliment Day.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Pay a Compliment Day. And this is a day where everybody's encouraged to pay a nice and soulful compliment to at least one person today. Like a nice, soulful compliment to at least one person today. And I will pay compliments to all three right now.
All right.
Scott is not here today.
No.
I love him dearly, but
So he gets out of this.
he gets out of this.
Let's wake him up. Let's call him and tell
Lern?
him. What? You better not make this up. I want a real. Don't look at your paper right now.
No, I wanted to write some stuff down, and I wrote something down. Lern, Rafe, and Moon.
He thought about this all day and wrote
This is
things
gonna
down.
be bad.
And then we get to,
pessimist.
There's
we
your
get to come
there's
up
your pessimism.
On the spot.
yeah, on the spot off the top of our head.
There's your pessimism.
Go. I can't wait.
Lern, I'm convinced your detailed descriptions of your latest health scares are going to create a whole new listening demographic. Hypochondriacs turning in for diagnosis tips.
That's very
You're
nice.
providing a valuable service to the worried people out there.
Yes. We have a group.
Okay, that's a good compliment.
Worried people.
Thank you.
Rafe,
Yes.
you are so prolific. You generate so much material. It is statistically inevitable that some of it is actually funny. So
Thank you. That's
so
right.
keep at it, buddy.
Thanks, man. That's right. You throw enough rocks into the Grand Canyon, you eventually, one's going to hit the water.
And Moon, to my left, you are a true artist. You're not afraid to experiment, even if the experiment fails spectacularly. That is the definition of bravery.
You are so brave.
So brave.
So brave. So
All right. Thank you.
there you go. And now, guys, come on.
Okay.
A little something for me. Come on.
Moon, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll just go clockwise here. Well, I'll start with you, Lern.
All right.
You just said something about, every decision is made out of fear or love. And I'll tell you this. You always impress me because you make it very, very clear. And you're open and honest about having so many fears. Like you do fear this, you fear that. And yet you always just hit it head on and do it.
Thank you.
You overcome it, whether it's being a rock star or doing multiple radio shows or this or that. You're an overcomer. And I think that's one of the best compliments
I
I
love
could
that.
ever pay.
Thank you. It's very sweet.
Okay, wasn't as funny as mine, but okay.
That was actually that was very meaningful.
We
What
didn't
he
have
just
time
did.
to twist jokes into it.
Okay.
He's actually taking this seriously.
I did too.
Yeah. So, Rafe, I think you are a deep thinker and a cerebral mind, and I very, very much appreciate that. In all things, you're kind of slowly absorbing and taking it probably a few steps deeper than you should, which I like. That's my vibe.
Ah, great compliment.
Yeah.
Riz,
Yeah.
This is great.
And a character flaw.
yeah, it hurts. It hurts
God.
people like us.
Yes.
But
I appreciate that.
I see it and I like it. I see you like a whatever Avatar. Riz, you get down on yourself for a lack of this or lack of that, but everything you try, you're pretty darn good at. From cooking to I'm going to pick up guitar at 40 years old. And
Thanks, buddy.
You get pretty decent within 6 months, and you're a multi-talented dude, even though you don't give yourself that much credit.
Thanks, man. Let's put that in my pocket. It's a great compliment. Thank you. Lern?
Well, I just want to blanket this to all three of you because you're all three fathers, and you all three are unique fathers, and it's interesting to be a witness to in a good way. And I appreciate the love that you have for your kids and your families. And it's all, and to me, you can tell, and it's not like over the top in a way that's annoying that some people can be.
People are hating this positivity, by the way. So come on, let's go. Let's go. We got to end this quickly.
It's Optimist Day.
We're testing the optimism.
We got to hurry up on this because we are losing people.
You are so good and so into your craft, and it's so much fun to go to your shows, to know you as a friend, to know you for a decade.
Clock is ticking.
And I really do think that you love Mallory so much, and I just love how much that you lift up your family. You are such a lover of your family.
I adore
that you
I'm okay.
started the compliment train, and you're trying to rush everyone else through it.
Our ratings are going down.
We're not as funny as
the chat has dropped off to 12 people.
Yeah,
so.
people are upset.
That's not true.
Rafe,
yes?
You're one of the wisest people I know. You got an old soul. You come from the same land of Southern Illinois as me, where I think people get knocked down because they think we're big Hoosiers, which we are, but you break the mold on that, and you care deeply about other people, and you always are lifting your community up, and that is such a great thing that most men are too afraid to do, and I love how you speak out about it.
I've got a story about a woman slipping on dog
Hang on a
and barking in the
second.
park. That I got
Scott Daniel Rizzuto. I love that you
Everything
are a
is awesome.
curmudgeon,
Thank you.
the fact that you get here so early and you make this show what it is a testament to your success over the years. And people don't see behind the scenes, and I'm not going to out it, but the way that you support the people that work on this show, and you really are somebody in the hallways here. You're always the guy who is helping others and lifting everybody else up. And that's very nice, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So back to you.
That's very nice of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
This was very uncomfortable. Thank you.
Rafe,
you got a cool beard.
Thanks, man. That's great. That's great. Thank you.
He does appreciate a cool
my
beard.
ability to grow facial hair. Thank you, buddy. That's great.
That's a compliment.
That's what I'm looking for, buddy.
I always try to any part group I'm a part of. I try to take like a characteristic of the people that I'm around that I admire, and I think you have tremendous work ethic. The show doesn't just happen every morning. It happens because you're the first one here, boots on the ground. Like, I can never talk trash about you because you're always the first one in the building. You know, and it would be easy when you're the number one guy to be lazy, and you lead with, I think you lead with by example, and I admire the hell out of you for
Thank
that.
you, Rafe.
Moon is meticulous, and then his attention to detail, and I am also that way. It's something that we share and that I admire in other people. When somebody, I think that he cares about his work. He cares about the quality of what he puts out into the world, and I am that way, sometimes to a fault, where, like, perfect is the enemy of good. I catch him doing the same thing sometimes, and I try to, like, talk him off that ledge and be like, hey, man, this is really good the way it is. But I also appreciate the perfectionism and the attention to detail, because I think it's a quality that, looking at social media, a lot of people don't have anymore. We live in a quantity over quality world, and he's still a quality man, and I appreciate the hell out of him for that. Lern, Leslie Calvinelwell, you might be my favorite person in the whole world. I think the thing that I admire about you the most, and I've told you this off air, but I think you're a national talent. I think you're the funniest person in this room. I think that the thing that I wish for you is that you could. She has tremendous
4 inches
power.
taller.
4 inches taller. I wish you could dunk. I wish you could dunk, but you can't. I think that sometimes the greatest people, the most powerful people, have the most self-doubt, and that is a testament to somebody who's always checking themselves. But I think that you are probably one of the finest human beings all around that I've ever met in my life.
Yes. Thank you.
And you're multi-talented, and I admire that about you. You're a good painter, you're a good singer, you're excellent at your job, and, you drive a TLX.
Thanks, pal.
You don't have a cool beard, though.
Not yet.
Moon, you got good facial hair, too. I'll throw in an extra.
That was very nice.
That was very sweet.
There's no one left on the chat, by the way.
Yeah, everybody left.
Well,
King Scott, you're gone.
got great hair. King Scott.
He does have great hair, man.
That's what he's known for.
Man, on Optimist Day. You know what? That's why he's off. He's off.
Being optimistic somewhere else.
He's off for Optimist Day because
he's spreading it.
He's the biggest optimist of all of us.
Guys.
What?
What if this is the one day a year King Scott is just a total piece of crap? Yeah,
he's
like
out there.
It's like opposite day
houses.
for him. He thought Optimist Day was opposite day, and he didn't want us to see that side of him.
Sunday. Have we all figured out what we're doing for Super Bowl Sunday?
Yes.
So, are you going to your mother's?
No, we're staying home.
Okay. Is your mother upset?
No, she doesn't care.
Okay. I think she cares.
I don't think so.
She'd like to see her daughter on Super Bowl Sunday, but it's all right. Going to be home with Tim. Just
Don't
you and Tim.
give me the third degree right now, dude. I told my mom
You told me I should go back to New York and make meatballs with my mother.
I could go see my mom right now. I could leave the show right now and go to her house, wake her up. All is good. I wish I was.
So just you and Tim
at
home?
her house. Yeah, just us.
All right. So you are. I know you're having family over, or no?
I don't think so. I think we called it off. The olders, as my older two daughters are referred to, and their families are not able to make it, and I think we're going to call it off.
Call it off. All right.
And the middles are working, so it's like, dude, we're kind of scattered, and I don't want to go to a lot of trouble if it's all going to be.
Yeah, you don't want it to
just
be all
us.
thing.
Just make a little charcuterie board, and just be at home.
My wife loves the opportunity to make her dips, so I got a feeling it's going to be me and her eating a lot of dips.
That sounds perfect.
Rafe, you're staying home?
Yeah.
Because the buddy whose house I'm going to invited you as well.
Yeah,
but not me. That's
he
me. Cool.
He said
texted me
definitely not
separately. Yeah, it's a mutual friend. But he's texted me separately several times, and I appreciate the invite.
But
and
you're
if it
definitely not
wasn't-
going.
I can't ever accept an invite till I see who's in it.
I'm going.
I can't.
That's not good enough.
There's no way I'm driving to a house never been to. It's a new relationship. I can't put that on him. I can't put my anxiety on him. Like, I'm going to just stay home and watch the
Because it's a
Chiefs.
buddy of ours that is in a new relationship, and the shindig is at his girlfriend's house.
Yeah. I've never met her.
She's great. I've met her.
I'm sure she is, but I've never
Is
met
she
her.
hotter than the other people that he's dated?
Yes,
This is
of
his
course.
first relationship out of his marriage.
Is she
His
hotter
divorce.
than
This is his
other
first relationship since
wife?
he stopped being a priest. And
What kind of question is that?
I don't know, man. I'm just giving these people what they want. We just went through and mushed out. I'm trying to bring something back to
I
the
don't want to
show.
offend anybody.
Right. That means so-and-so's still friends. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
God.
No. I don't want to hurt any feelings. Anyway,
I apologize.
yes, okay. Yes, she is way hotter.
Thank you. Let's just
Yes.
keep it
Way
real.
hotter.
The answer is always yes.
Way hotter.
And screw you for not inviting me, dude. That's jacked.
Yeah, so me, the wife, and the girl are going to go.
Nice.
I guess Rafe's not going to go, which is fine.
What's your son doing?
He's got his own plans.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
I
Nice.
got to stay home, man. It's nerve-wracking.
Well, so this mutual friend of ours was listening to the number 2 show on Tuesday where Rafe and I were discussing Super Bowl foods.
Yeah.
And we had decided to come up with a Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl foods. Now, here's the only thing. So Mount Rushmore is 4 presidents. So you can pick 4 foods to go on the Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl foods.
Yes.
Okay, now the thing with the way we did it was you can't put chicken wings as a given.
Chicken wings is the mountain.
Chicken wings, yeah.
Hot wings are the mountain is made of hot wings.
Okay.
So that's a given.
So the food is being carved into a mountain of wings?
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
And now we're going to
Now,
carve
chicken
4
wings.
more foods.
Everybody knows chicken wings are they? Because the website Mental Floss did a study last week that found America's favorite Super Bowl foods, and out of 50 states, buffalo wings took 31 of the states, including Missouri and Illinois. So it's not even a question
Right.
of
Right.
buffalo wings.
Right. That's not interesting.
It's not interesting. Everybody knows buffalo wings are the number 1 Super Bowl food. Yeah, Missouri and Illinois are definitely buffalo wing states. So what are the 4 foods, aside from chicken wings, that belong on the Mount Rushmore foods for Super Bowl Sunday? I'm going to start with Moon.
Start with me, huh? man, I'm trying to think. See, so wings were my Washington, so I had to take that out. And you know what a big deal that would be for me to admit.
Sure. And even take yourself out of it. Even take your own taste out of it.
Okay, so does a chicken dip of some sort count, even though it's just buffalo chicken dip?
Yes.
Okay, then my Washington is buffalo chicken dip.
Rafe and I had said like a queso, like the Rotel.
I see that as very different, and that was going to be my Roosevelt.
Oh, so you're going to put that? So you're going to put 2 dips on the?
Yes, for sure. The cheese dip or the cheese and hamburger, whatever you call it, the Rotel thing that you put in like that old crock pot with the flowers on it. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? The one with the brown handle. Okay, that's my Roosevelt.
See, I think there's only room for 1 dip. There's only 1 dip on the mountain.
I think you're. I'm full dips here. Okay,
yeah, he's a dip queen.
And just for saying that, I'm gonna go to a what is it? A spinach artichoke. Dip.
Spin dip?
Spin dip is my Lincoln.
Say less, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm 3 dips in.
This is his Mount Rushmore.
No, I'm just we're having.
Should we tell them ours first?
You guys got yours.
Okay,
this is ours.
This is what Rafe and I came up with.
Okay,
now
we took care in this, and this was hard.
To be the ultimate Super Bowl food, there's got to be a couple different elements to it.
Correct.
Number 1 is it's got to hold. It's got to be a food that is able to hold.
Like sit out for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
And the dips will do that.
The dips will do that because there are crock pots.
Because there's little mini crock pots.
Right, exactly.
So.
Do you want to hear my Jefferson?
Sure.
Done.
A slider of some sort. A little.
Why? Why Jefferson?
A little cow slider.
He looked meaty.
Well, because that's number 2. Jefferson is 2 for me. So, it's Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, Lincoln.
Sliders don't hold.
What are you talking about?
You know why? They don't have
up.
to. They go first.
Sliders don't hold.
They go first. You never make too many sliders. Always make not enough sliders. So they go out first, and they're done by halftime. That's my Jefferson.
And here's why I wouldn't put that on there, because if I want to, if the sliders come out and I don't want one in the first quarter, are they still going to be okay in the third quarter? No,
they're not going to make it because you only made a dozen. Maybe 15.
But I want to have the food when I want to have it. I don't want to rush. I want to if I want Rotel dip in the first quarter and wings in the fourth quarter, wings will hold.
Well, have the chef reload during halftime.
Okay.
Is this all predicated on the fact that you have to have it done before the game starts? The fooding.
Everybody brings a dish. So it's all prepped before. Yeah. I would say it's all done.
Because the host wants to enjoy too.
Yeah.
Well, some people do. Oh. My wife doesn't want to watch football. She wants to make food.
Oh.
She
people
wants
are
to
ready to
maybe running to the oven to pull out things is fine, but we're not preparing
Second
things.
season though. That's what it's like season 2 of
the food needs to hold through the game.
Yeah.
Or at least a half.
This is the kind of event, though, my wife, and she got this somewhere from her grandmother, I think her family's like long line of entertainers. She likes to see this as an opportunity to entertain and make food for folks.
Okay, so you got your spinach artichoke, you got your buffalo chicken dip, and you got the
cheese rotel thing.
Sliders.
And sliders.
4. That's 4.
That's my 4.
So 3 dips and sliders?
This is hard.
I'm happy.
Lern?
I'm a happy man.
I'm going pretzels and cheese. The cheese is warmed in a little mini crock pot.
That's good. That holds.
Big stupid pretzels.
That
too.
holds.
Okay. And the pretzels will cool, but people don't care because they're
It
drunk.
will be hard by the fourth quarter, but that's okay. I'd be drunk enough to.
It soaks up the alcohol.
I'd be drunk enough to A, have it soak up the alcohol, and B, the cheese dip will soften it up.
No way.
2 little smokies. Little weenies wrapped in bacon in the brown sugar mom sauce.
Okay.
Okay. And this is difficult, but now you implemented it has to hold the whole time. So
that was what when we did our Mount Rushmore.
Now, this is honorable mention. What I'm about ready to say.
That was our criteria.
This is honorable mention because they don't hold, and honestly, they don't.
This is John Adams who's pissed he didn't get on.
Yeah, this is John Adams. A White Castle crave case. It arrives.
That's a slider.
It arrives and then it's gone. And then finally, my last 2. Veggie tray with ranch. Don't at me. you know that you get guilty halfway through the damn game.
Always,
I guess I'll have this celery.
That's always left at the end of the night.
It is, and it's always in the trash, but it's there. And then finally, nobody said anything about sweets. I'm talking about brownies in the shapes of little footballs because your mom rules.
Yeah.
So that is my 4.
This was a tough one. We had to have that conversation. The sweets conversation.
Because there is a sweet table.
But if you can only have 4, I go full savory.
Yep, full savory.
I don't.
Same. That's what we said.
I do 3 and
Full
1.
savory.
Dude.
I'm not even thinking about sweets.
Me neither.
I included our Mount Rushmore.
Go ahead, Rafe.
Was Jefferson. Taco dip / nachos / any sort of rotel cheese, whatever your version of queso taco dip is.
Your cheese
some
dip
sort of
that tortilla chips could be dipped
the
into.
cheese tortilla chip combo of your choice.
Right.
We think that's a dip family that is all of its own. It's a little ethnic, so that was Thomas Jefferson because we all know he liked a little.
His favorite food was macaroni and cheese, which he brought from France.
No, he did not.
Thank you.
You're gonna make me tell you to look that up?
Thomas Jefferson loved mac and cheese?
Yeah.
He did? Makes me love him even more.
What do you mean? I wouldn't just throw out a fact like that if it was not true.
I didn't know when it was invented. I thought it was invented in the 80s.
Yeah, he didn't have Kraft mac and cheese.
That's exciting. I love our
But
history.
Thomas Jefferson, I believe, went to France and brought back macaroni and cheese.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You want to verify that, Moon?
Well, according to Google, and we know how reliable Google is, it says, as president, he imported a macaroni maker from Naples to make his favorite food, macaroni and cheese.
I thought he got it from France because it was kind of migrated from Italy there, but
Serving it to White House guests at an 1802
I'll
state
take it.
dinner, he helped popularize the food item that is now a staple of most households across the United States.
That is amazing.
Neat.
there you go. Okay, so
Thank you, TJ.
Thomas Jefferson is our queso.
That was
taco.
not in Hamilton, by the way, which should have been. I
Okay.
feel like they should have.
Mac and
included-
cheese, mac and cheese.
All right, that
He's
was
got
yours.
the macaroni and the cheese.
let me throw one up that I came up with.
Okay.
Is the big sandwich.
A big sandwich.
Well, first, we
You're
have
a
to
big
preface
sandwich
this.
The big party
apologist,
sa-
dude.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm not.
Hold on.
Okay.
You love a big sandwich.
We have to
a big,
preface this.
long,
Of course I
5-foot
do. You
sandwich.
You didn't present this the right
Why
way.
don't you just bring a whole
Yes,
turkey?
I did.
We had to make a hard choice that you all made too, subconsciously, without us leading you to water, and that was to leave pizza off.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think pizza. I think pizza.
I thought about pizza for a second.
I could live with that.
Lazy man's game.
It's a lazy man
Exactly.
Super Bowl
Pizza's
game.
only there if you insist on having more than 10 items.
Yeah. That's a lazy person's like, hey, here's 10 Papa John pizzas because I don't care about my family.
Right.
That's what
Yeah,
that
you know
says
what
to
it
me.
is?
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't even deliver them himself.
Pizza is so-and-so's bringing their kids, and
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about
Party
it.
sub holds, okay, holds out. You could put whatever condiments you want on it. You want mustard, you want mayo, fine.
Customizable.
Everybody's grabbing a piece of the party sub. Everybody.
Here's what I don't
You're
like.
actually, your plate is, you are putting the party sub first on your plate, and you're working every other thing around the party sub that's on the plate.
It's a psychological thing for me. The person who brings the big ass party sub wants to be the center of attention, and I think that to me is what turns me
Your
off. And
eyes go,
honestly,
"It's your
I don't
party."
even eat it. I go, screw this piece
So if
of
the-
crap.
Get out of
He's
here.
walking
You're
in.
out of your mind.
Look at this. It's as big as my wife. Oh, get out of here, Dale.
If Dale walks in with a 6-footer on the board,
Yeah.
like,
Look
you know-
at me.
And you know what? When I walk into a Super Bowl party,
There's no room for it.
and there's a card table that's been set up with all the stuff on it, my eyes go right to the big sandwich first.
That's exactly what he wants.
Only because only because you're a dumb human. You know what I mean? Like we're all
Get
dumb
outta here.
humans,
It
and
needs
we
its own
see
table.
this. We see this big thing, and we go, ooh.
I
I'm
want a piece
supposed to
that's
like
sliced
that.
up for.
Now I'm with Lern here.
No.
the sandwich that's for a 25-year-old who
No, it's
thinks that
not.
this is what I'm supposed
You're
to bring now that I
wrong.
can finally afford it.
It all,
Look at
100%
me.
wrong.
All it does is piss
100%
everybody
wrong.
off.
No,
Now we
who's
have no
ma-
room for the
Get
rotel
outta
thing.
here.
You are right. It is the first thing that everybody puts on their plate because we're all
We gotta get
conditioned
rid of it.
to
You're
think that it's something
100%
and
wrong.
it's the first thing that you bite and then put back on your plate and don't touch again.
And it's
the
always
first
dry.
thing to throw away.
And our buddy Corey says pizza's phoning it in, literally.
Yeah, it's literally.
And it's like the cheapest cold cut processed crapola there is.
If that's what you
What?
choose.
Party sub?
yes.
Oh,
That's your choice.
What party sub are you
I'm
getting?
not
that's
on-
not
the
crap?
I
party
would get a
sub-
quality party sub.
From
Pescetti's.
I like that we let them have all theirs and they're just tearing your party.
No, that's
sub
fine.
because-
I'm
Which is what
up
he
for
did
the
to Moon.
argument.
Yeah,
I will defend.
You let me have my.
I will defend the party sub to the death.
There was a little pushback on spin dip, I'll be honest.
You wanted to bring. I remember us having this conversation last year of what we're all bringing, and you were Mr. Party Sub last year. And
Crazy town.
are you bringing a party sub to your?
No,
I don't feel like the party sub is more attention starved than the crave case. I really don't.
I agree.
You walk in with a briefcase full of meat, you're asking to be the center of attention too. I'm sorry.
Agree.
And you're like, look what I did. I went to
Not
White
too
Castle
proud.
because I'm a
quality
free thinker.
cold cuts. Get out of here. You have an Italian combo party sub. Stop it. Anyway,
I think, and the party sub has, we also came to this, it doesn't have to be the big 8-footer that you walk in with two guys like you're carrying a ladder into a Nickelback concert. It could be like a little party sub platter that has different ones, veggies for the people that, you know, it could
I
be
do
whatever.
like the big on a wooden board one. That's my favorite kind of party sub. But
you like the pomp
I'm
and
yucking your yum. I
circumstance.
apologize.
That's fine.
What?
Again, I will.
How dare
I
you
don't
leave
like
me
being
over?
I
mean
will
by
defend. I will defend the party sub.
It is attention getting.
I'll defend the party sub forever. And you could do the Italian combo. You could do roast beef and cheddar, whatever.
I thought you had more class than that. To be fair.
And how do you even get into your car? You know.
You put the seats down.
Exactly. What a racket. You can't even. Your wife isn't even in the vehicle anymore because I got to bring the sandwich. We got to take 2 cars.
I got a flag at the end of it. I'm like, it's going out the glass.
Yeah.
Well, the party sub.
Wide load.
Sir, do you need a red flag?
I got a red flag on it.
Is it beyond 5
All right,
feet?
so I said party sub. Rafe, what was your
And
next
party
one?
sub was our Washington because it was the centerpiece. It was, you know, it's the first thing that goes on your plate. It's number one, whether you like it or not. Even if you do take a bite and set it down, you're getting a piece.
Of course it is.
So that's the Washington. And then I believe you introduced chili.
How could nobody say chili? Chili is the ultimate
yeah.
in
right.
Super Bowl foods. And there's a couple reasons why. Reason number one, if you're sitting watching the game and you got a bowl, it's just a bowl and it's a good, not kind of floppy plate, too many things on there. You have a bowl of chili, which is also 1,000% customizable.
Highly customized.
Highly
Totally.
customizable.
And it turns into a dip.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah. And it sits in a crock pot and it could sit the entire game. Probably
It gets better.
it gets better as it sits. So you're going to have a different experience in the first quarter than the fourth quarter.
Which is why it is our Abraham Lincoln. Chili's honest, and chili gets better as time goes by. And I think we celebrate Abe, and I think we said chili might be a little gay. I don't know why we came to that.
Why is?
I don't know.
How is chili?
Don't bring Joseph Speed into this.
Sometimes chili will be sweet, and you're not expecting it.
I disagree. It's bisexual at best.
Well, that's what Abe Lincoln was. Abe Lincoln was bi. and
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he might have been bi.
Don't bring Joshua Speed into this.
into this.
I
People
support
whisper,
it.
people whispering about, chili.
There's whispers about, this chili might be sweet.
Is it a
And I
Cincinnati-
love sweet chili.
Isn't it a Cincinnati
I support
chili?
sweet chili.
Everybody slept
I'm a
in
sweet
the-
chili ally.
Everybody
okay?
slept in the same bed back then. That had nothing to do with nothing.
Well,
Can we agree on chili being a great Super Bowl food?
Yes, and a little bit spicy to weed out the wusses. Am I right? Just so it doesn't go
you
first.
could.
it's customizable. You
Customizable.
can have different chilies, too. Different people can bring different spin, and even though it's the same item, it's different.
Want a
Some
white
of
chili?
some of it might be blow your bunghole out hot, and some
You
of
want
it
a-
might be sweet.
A Texas chili with no meat, no beans.
No beans for sure.
You want to do a veggie chili? That's fine too for the hippies.
Cheese cubes
Actually, they're not
going
getting
in.
invited.
Sour cream going in.
Reese's peanut butter cups going in.
Maybe oyster crackers. Who knows? Maybe some peanut butter. That's not a bad idea. And finally, and Lern hit this one on the head. This was our straddling the dessert savory.
And this was our Roosevelt. This was our Teddy.
Roosevelt.
This is
because
our
it's
Teddy
meat
Roosevelt.
wrapped in meat.
It's
And
Teddy.
Roosevelt got shot and gave a speech. He had 3 heart attacks while he was in office.
And he was in charge of the Rough Riders.
Yeah, he was in the Spanish-American War. This guy, he was definitely eating little beanie weenies out in the field.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
That's right. And if you're carrying a big stick, you don't have to. You can have a little wiener. Mm-hmm. And that's why
That's the rule.
we chose Little Smokies.
Little Smokies.
Wrapped in bacon and brown sugar or dates as a possible lesser treat.
Man, I would have thought chili would have been Roosevelt and the weenies would have been Lincoln.
We had
No, we talked about it. We thought we
straddled
talked
the
this
fence
out.
for a minute.
We talked it out.
We talked it out.
I see where you're going.
So
you
you
know,
got a
Teddy
mountain of
Roosevelt
hot
was a
wings.
man's man. You know, meat wrapped in meat. So
Okay.
bacon wrapped in little
Yes,
smokies.
tiny wieners. Yes. Talking about big sticks and tiny wieners.
And I feel like if you have those items, if that was your 5-item Super Bowl party, it's still a hit. Now there has to be Continental Congress. There's going to be chips. You know, there's going to be the side snacks.
Well, so as far as the number one Super Bowl foods in all 50 states, Buffalo wings took 31 states, including almost everywhere east of the Mississippi. Chips was second. Chips was second as far as favorite Super Bowl foods, and that took 7 states: Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, New Mexico, Massachusetts, and Alaska.
You know what's fun about Super Bowl parties and chips specifically is, you guys tell me if you're like this. When you find a chip brand or a chip type, you kind of stick with it hard for maybe longer than you should. Super Bowls are like the discovery zone of new chips. That's where I have found my new favorite brands.
Right.
It's because somebody else brought a different chip that they like.
Yeah, they went on
and
a limb.
I never would have tried it otherwise, but now that it's here and I'm dipping it in chili or whatever.
Right.
And then you go, whoa, that chip is
What is that?
awesome. Yeah, and then you have to find out what bag you pulled it out of, and you go.
I thought you usually go with the
about
old
it?
standards.
Well, that's how I found that cafe style from. Oh heck, I don't
But
know.
it's a standard style.
Oh,
but
you're
it's
talking
a new
tortilla
brand.
chips?
I'm talking about tortilla chips. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was talking potato chips.
Oh no. I'm talking about tortilla chips, like for
South of the border.
for the dips. Is that the one that I like?
Yeah.
It's the cafe style.
Yeah.
But you got to get cafe style.
South of the border.
South of the border, yeah, cafe style. I found that at a party. My father-in-law had it, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah, those are great.
what the heck is this?"
Those are the standard chips at the Riz house.
Us too, and it was a conversion because of a party at their house, and
It holds good. It holds everything,
and it's
got great integrity.
good saltiness, good shapes. Oh, wow.
Because you know at the arena at Enterprise they have that Rosalitas Cantina.
Yeah.
Okay, and their chips suck.
What? They're so greasy and thin.
They're so thin.
Yeah, I know.
They're terrible.
They're just made for salsa.
Yeah, but if you get nachos there, they like pile so many. But they're soggy within 5 seconds.
I disagree. I like it.
What do you mean you disagree?
I feel like
It's
I'm not
the
gaining
taste
as
is
much
good.
weight. Yeah, they're very delicious. You just have to. That's where you got to be strategic. You
but
got
it's
to find
mush.
the right one.
It's mush, but in 5 minutes the whole thing is mush. You need a fork.
What do you do? You're putting everything on the chips. You're not dipping.
No, if you go, they have a Rosalitas Cantina in the section 300 on the 3rd floor.
Oh, and you're getting all the fixins on top.
It comes like that.
I apologize.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you do need a fork, but I don't mind that.
But if you got a good structurally sound chip, that you could pile stuff on there, and that baby will stay solid for a while.
Shout out to the Dorito too, which I feel is always there's at least one bag, one flavor
Dude.
at every party.
And that's fine.
Yes.
Oh, Frito Scoops.
And Frito scoops, absolutely.
Frito Scoops are awesome. Nachos took 5 states: Colorado, Maine, Oklahoma, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin. Pizza took 3 states: California, Michigan, South Dakota. Charcuterie boards:
Yes.
Iowa, Kansas, Montana. And loaded potato skins took 1 state: Hawaii. Nothing sweet made the list.
I feel like charcuterie boards are a new female sport where we all get very competitive and it's almost art. And you guys have to be very thrilled. Like if you have a wife or a girlfriend or a lady in your life who can make a damn good charcuterie board.
Oh, yeah.
Like my husband looks forward to my charcutes.
Yeah,
oh, they're
that's
called
too.
on the border. I'm sorry, not south of the border.
On the border, yeah, on the border cafe
On the
style.
border.
My fridge is filled right now with.
Supplies.
I went charcuterie slut.
Yes.
Over the weekend, I wanted to beat the Super Bowl crowd, and I went to the cheese section, and I just handed them my Southwest card, and I said, this cheese is about to get me some miles.
Well,
I got blueberry, vanilla, cinnamon, cranberry, brie, white cheddar truffle. I'm
you're
cheesed
good to
out,
go.
bro.
So they also looked at the most popular Super Bowl dips. And the top 5 are queso, buffalo chicken, 7-layer dip, ranch dip, and guacamole. Those are America's 5 favorite dips. Nevada was the only state basically that gave salsa as dips. Their top nod. Missouri is a queso dip state, and Illinois is a buffalo chicken dip state.
Nice. Nice.
So that sounds right. And I saw the stat on how many
Oh, my goodness.
How many chicken wings will be eaten?
I just went
I saw this stat too.
where
From the stadiums?
No. How many chicken wings will be eaten collectively in America on Sunday?
But does it give you the number and then tells you the mileage of going from Arrowhead Stadium to the Eagles Stadium, how many times those many chicken wings would be? Yeah.
Yes, Americans will eat 1.47 billion chicken wings.
Insane.
On Sunday. 1.47 billion
That's a lot of
chicken wings on Sunday.
I feel bad, man. Like, whoa.
Man, that's a lot of bird.
It's a lot of bird.
The Chicken Report, which is I subscribe to, the Chicken Report says that's 20 million more wings than were eaten during last year's Super Bowl.
You know what? This is good to see because, the bird flu is out there and people are just not giving a damn. And I'm not saying you can get the bird flu from cooked chicken. I don't think you can. But it's out there. You know, they've had to slaughter so many chickens and that's why our eggs are priced up and it's crazy.
So 1.47 billion chicken wings would stretch from Arrowhead Stadium to Philly's Lincoln Financial Field, back and forth 62 times.
Oh, my God.
62 times.
3 inches at a time.
Wild.
62 times. That many.
I love wings, dude.
I do too. And the most popular are buffalo and barbecue.
Yeah.
Now I'll take a good dry rub.
Golden Hoosier's got a chicken tandoori wing that's off the chain, dude.
So it's got like a little like Middle Eastern, like an Indian spice.
It's a dry rub. It's not. It doesn't even. I can't even explain it. It doesn't really feel like an Indian spice. It's its own thing. But man, it's
good.
They're great, and it's a dry rub, so it's not super messy.
Yeah.
I went down a charcuterie rabbit hole here, and good news. One of our favorites, the Lou Charcuterie.
Oh, yeah.
It's delivered here a few times. They have a storefront coming to Kirkwood in
that's great.
2025.
That's wonderful. That's a great place.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to them. Hey, if you're watching the Super Bowl commercials, I guess Twix is doing something. I don't know if you saw this. Twix.
Bringing back the cookies and cream from the 90s?
They're doing a contest on Sunday where they want you to go to Twix.com and do it during every commercial break and compete in a staring contest. I don't know how this is going to work, but the screen will have 2 gold bars on it with an eye on each one, which apparently belong to the Yin Yang Twins, the hip-hop duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll keep track of how long you stare.
Those guys are
and how many ad breaks you participate. Now, the higher your score, the more contest entries you get, and at the end, one winner will get 2 actual gold bars worth $170,000.
Whoa, that's cool. Okay,
it's a pretty devious campaign. I mean, they're actually tricking people into spending the entire Super Bowl literally staring at their ad.
So you do it with your phone.
So you can't really see the others.
So you do it with your phone, and it opens up a camera and looks at your face, I believe.
Yes.
What do you get?
You have a chance to win 2 gold bars, like worth $170,000.
Dude, the Yin Yang Twins, I'm glad to see they're still going. They were funny. We did the WB's Pepsi Smash with them.
They were the Whisper song, right?
Yeah.
Hey, pretty girl.
Yeah.
I love that SNL skit, too, that the Lonely Island did.
Hey, people are kind of upset that we didn't include crock-pot meatballs.
Hey, man.
It was discussed.
It was discussed.
The mountain's only so big.
The problem with that is, then we have...
We had to kick somebody else off.
It's too meat heavy.
Riz is going to take it and throw it at people.
We got a party sub, crock-pot meatballs, and Little Smokies, and wings. There's not enough dip.
I can't believe
we had to
guys.
balance the dip liquid ratio. But it's not a bad choice.
No, it's fine. It's fine, but I don't think anything else should leave. And screw you about the party subs.
Screw you.
Because
your mom checked in, said
my mother?
party sub is the bomb.
Yeah.
Quote.
And she's
end
right.
quote.
We're a party sub family. Thank you, Mom.
Teach them how to make those meatballs, Roseanne.
Yeah, she knows I have a meatball issue.
Help him.
My brother is the more superior meatball maker in the Rizzuto family, but it's fine.
Good of you.
I do everything else well.
I think that's a good anchor.
Can't have it all.
I think some sort of sandwich paired with the wing mountain. Those are the 2 anchors, and then everything else are the the lineage that
Yeah,
follows.
I'm still yet to figure out what I'm going to bring down to the party. I don't want to. I feel like there's an expectation now.
Bring your big board sandwich. You'll be all right.
Yeah, it'd be a real hit.
You have room. Your son's not going. You have a little extra room in the car.
Chili was Lincoln because we were going to assassinate it as well.
Hey, I'm going to kill that chili.
Chili and then it's going to assassinate you.
Chili.
I'm going to kill that
Yeah,
chili.
it's your bunghole.
Oh, yeah, it kills your beehole.
Lincoln's
That's right. You're right.
revenge.
Every time I eat chili, I yell "Sic Semper Tyrannis" right before
you kill
I
it.
set it on fire.
Hey, one more thing on the food tip news. How long has that bottle of ketchup been in your fridge? You were talking about our favorite condiments the other
20
day.
years.
You have a bottle of ketchup. How long does it last?
Fewer than 60 days. Our house clears ketchup.
Because People Magazine just named it one of the most dangerous expired condiments.
Oh, no.
It'll never be expired in our home. We have teenage boys. What do you think happens?
It is a bummer when you go to a restaurant and they've been topping the ketchups off and you get a spoiled one.
Well, it
just turns to vinegar.
Isn't that when they refill the ketchup bottles at restaurants? Isn't that like one of the leading causes of hepatitis or something?
Marrying the ketchup and not doing it too often without finally just doing a complete rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hepatitis.
Because they're never cleaning it. There was something that was going around.
Tastes disgusting.
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis.
Ketchup-atitis.
I forget what it was, but for some reason I remember it being hepatitis. Maybe it's not.
Where are you going? I got to go hepatitis.
Well, okay, so this is the five most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge. Number one is mayonnaise. It's got eggs, guys, so once it's opened, you got 2 months.
There's too many people living in our house for anything to be expired.
So give that the sniff test. If it does not smell right, chuck it. So mayonnaise.
I'll take a bite.
Number two, salad dressings. Creamy kinds that have eggs or cheese are supposed to be tossed after 2 months.
Dude.
Oily dressings last a little longer, but salad dressings, 2 months, and they're gone.
I bet you hot sauce ain't on there because it's just an arbitrary number.
Yeah.
That stuff could last forever.
That'll be here with the cockroaches, for sure.
Then you got ketchup and barbecue sauce. You've got about 6 months to keep them.
Oh.
I go through barbecue sauce in a week.
What kind
Keep
of
an
barbecue
eye on the
sauce?
color. If it changes, toss them.
What kind of barbecue sauce you rocking?
Let's see. I had some Pappy's barbecue sauce in my fridge right now. Let's see what else. Sweet Baby Ray's.
I love a Sweet Baby Ray's. I know it's trash, but man,
It's such
everybody,
trash. So
I
delicious.
love
It's
it.
the bottle. The
You know
bottle's
what?
so trash.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Stellar Hog gave me a whole bunch.
The best beef jerky, too. The Sweet Baby Ray's beef jerky is the best beef
That is
jerky
good.
going.
You bought me a pack of that once.
It's great.
It's excellent.
There's also a hot barbecue sauce. I can't remember the guy's name.
Stubbs.
Is it Stubbs? He's a
Is the
local
guy in a cowboy hat?
No,
No?
it's
All right.
it's a black-owned business. I went
You
to,
sure Stubbs is a black guy in a cowboy hat?
I don't know if he had a cowboy hat on. This is a smaller. I went to like a food expo.
White label?
White label, little jar, red, but it's hot barbecue sauce.
I love good, Texas hot.
Oh, it's so good, and
Listen,
I need
6
to find
months.
it again.
6 months, and it's got to go if it's open. Mustard. Now, mustard lasts longer because it's got more vinegar in it, but once you break the seal, you got a year to use it.
What year? Wow.
1 year for mustard.
My only beef with mustard is when I haven't had it out in a while and I put that puddle of mustard water on my sandwich because I didn't shake it up.
You got to shake it, man.
I know, but sometimes I get excited and I forget.
What are you, new here? Got to shake mustard.
It's upsetting.
I got yelled at by a 9-year-old at the last Super Bowl party, I believe, because she's like, "Hey, you didn't even shake up the mustard." I'm like, yeah, you're right. What was I thinking?
Oh, you got the liquid on top?
Yeah.
There's a name for that.
She was so bummed.
There's like a name for it. So when you
Mustard water?
there's actually a name
I
for it.
think it's called Primus.
It's like it's the water on the top of the ketchup and the mustard. There's a name for it.
No way.
I don't like it.
Let's see. What is I put in what's mustard water called?
My problem in our fridge is it's a crapshoot, man. Like, you can't ever remember when you bought this stuff. Like, I look in the door of my fridge, and it's like these could be anywhere from 1 week to 7.5 years old. And sometimes when you twist the labels on salad dressings, it breaks the... I don't know why they print it right there on the label.
Yeah.
But it'll break the, expiration date, and you're trying to, Da
Figure it
Vinci
out.
code it
Yeah.
back together and, put the...
Yeah.
figure out what the code is.
Yeah. And the fifth one over here was soy sauce. I thought soy sauce lasted forever. It does not.
Yeah.
You got about a year to use it.
You know what it does? Worcestershire.
Worcestershire's got a forever shelf life.
It's literally the perfect. It's the perfect condiment.
That's a no for me.
Worcestershire. Well, you can put a couple dabs in a dish that you're making.
Put a couple dabs in your chili, bud. Change your life.
But that lasts forever because it's already fermented.
Yeah.
And honey lasts forever as well.
Got it. It's Freddie Lee's ghetto sauce. That's the
Freddie Lee's ghetto sauce.
This stuff is so damn good. Freddie Lee's ghetto sauce. Look it up.
I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. I can't find
It's
it.
gluten-free, vegan ingredients. It's damn delicious. You can get it at Hy-Vee.
The name for the
I can't find the name for the
mustard or ketchup water.
No. There's a whole debate though on whether it's worth it. I mean, whether it's valuable or not. You know, like if you got the peanut butter where the oil separates, you obviously don't want to dump the oil.
No, you
mix
stir it
it.
back.
You know what
in.
else is good?
No, you shake the mustard and
Some people are saying that they like to squeeze it out in the trash and then go
so
back
it's
to
more
the solid
concentrated.
mustard.
I get it.
There's a really good, I think it's G. Hughes Smokehouse at sugar-free barbecue sauce line, and it is good, man. I want to just give a little shout out to
Well, listen, guys.
that feller.
I just want to wish everybody a good Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Fill your bellies.
Is barbecue sauce falling out of favor? None of my kids like it. In fact, my son hates
My
anything
kids
with
do.
barbecue sauce.
My kids love it.
Okay, so
Well, my son does.
I just wasn't sure. I was like, what do you mean? I mean, barbecue sauce was one of my favorite things on earth as a kid. I was dipping fries into it.
My daughter's a sauce queen. My son loves barbecue. My daughter's like a dip, like the cane sauce, all that
sauce is
stuff.
good.
Yeah, I keep a bottle of, I hate it because I don't really love the restaurant, but the Chick-fil-A sauce is good.
We have some too. We have it in a little bottle.
The Chick-fil-A,
It
the
has its
cane
place.
sauce. We got all that stuff at home.
That's good to hear about barbecue sauce because I'm such a fan.
I love, and everybody's saying that ghetto sauce is great.
Yep. Check it out, you guys. It'll change your life.
And it's got a kick.
It's got a little kick to it. And I want to say it's barbecue, but it's kind of an in-between. Like it's a good sauce, local business.
All right, we'll support the local business. All right, listen, we got to take a break, but first. All right, Teamers Member of the Day brought to us by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, celebrating 35 years of Hot Shots with a new daily featured menu item every day, all February long. From Edwardsville, Illinois, Joe Urban is our Teamers Member of the Day.
Evil, baby.
Joe Urban. Joe is a longtime listener to the Riz Show, relates to many of the show's views on many topics and life issues. His wife is also a listener to the Riz Show, thanks to Joe. And he continues to spread the gospel of this here radio program far and wide to all who will listen. Yes, a Riz evangelist. Joe's favorite segments, Crab Out Celebrities, Rafe's In Memoriam, while he loves all the members of the Riz crew. His favorite is this guy right here.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Joe. Joe, you're my favorite, too.
It's a nice compliment
It's beautiful.
on compliment day.
Joe Urban from Edwardsville, Illinois is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. What?
Yeah, dude. Freddie Lee's ghetto sauce, spicy gallon. You can get it in gallon.
You want to get it by the
jugs.
gallon?
Yeah,
Dude, we should buy
dude,
some.
Look at that.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that before. What do you need a gallon of that for?
I love that it comes in
Why
the
wouldn't you?
windshield wiper bottle.
Right.
Windshield
I mean-
wiper.
Dude, look at the price on that. That's an incredible price for a
$28 for a
gallon. of
gallon.
sauce.
I want to put that in my car in
I'm
the
gonna get
windshield
some.
wiper fluid container.
It's so good.
No, the whole thing is a gallon, though. You don't need a gallon of it.
You might.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
do.
that good.
What
don't
if you're
go through that
cooking with
much.
it? You know,
Nothing melts the ice like Freddie Lee's ghetto sauce.
All right. Here's traffic and weather. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Well, traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 2 lanes blocked. And a left-hand shoulder block now due to a crash. Outer 40 Road, eastbound at Timberlake Manor Parkway. Your point forecast, mostly cloudy. High of 48. Right now it's 38 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
The true end of Black Sabbath is coming. Who needed a vom bucket on MTV? Broads in the city. And I'm going to play something for you. And is this sexy? Is this what we want?
All right.
prepare.
We got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday, and a little quiz for you guys here. Can you name that celebrity or character laugh?
Fun.
All right. We'll do that. We'll do porno birthday. Crappy birthday is all next. Grab on celebrity. Stay there.
All right, it's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. Big summer show happening. And look, it's my friends, Josh and Tyler from 21 Pilots.
Well, hey.
What's up, dudes?
What's up?
I wonder at how many more times that I interview you guys that we just turn the tables and you interview me. You know what I mean? Because this is literally like 4 or 5 times that we have spoken to each other. I just don't want you getting tired of me.
Actually, would you rather
Okay.
get attacked by 100 chicken-sized horses or 1 horse-sized chicken?
Oh, man, I think all the little horse-sized.
Fast Eddie's Bon Air, Alton, Illinois. 367 North, you cross that Clark Bridge, make a right, follow the signs. You will see it right there. Big brick building, Fast Eddie's Bon Air, blazing right there. This is a legendary, legendary place. It's been serving our area for 40-plus years, and it's legendary worldwide. People from across the country, when they visit St. Louis, they know Fast Eddie's Bon Air is a spot that they got to hit. A lot of family, a lot of friends are going to take people there for that one-of-a-kind legendary experience. Now, there's also music 7 days a week. You can catch the schedule at fasteddiesbonair.com and see who's playing tonight. It opens daily at 11 a.m. And guess what? After 40 years, they are now accepting credit cards and debit cards, so no need to bring cash for that party that you're going to throw this weekend or that birthday party. Whether you're 21 or 91, this is the perfect place to throw a birthday party. To have a party, to maybe gather some friends and go back to Fast Eddie's Bon Air if you haven't been there in a while. Try something new off the menu. I tried the half-pound Fat Eddie burger last time I was there, and it was incredible. They don't mess with quarter-pound burgers. They go straight to the half-pound. Fast Eddie's Bon Air, absolutely legendary. Why go anywhere else when you got Fast Eddie's right there? And there's only one rule, 21 and up. That's it. If you're 21 and in the mood, head over to Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
Hey, it's Blue October at Point Fest. Hey. All right.
Sorry I had to do that.
No, that's all right. You do whatever you need.
We're
The next 10
back.
minutes are all about you.
Hey, Jeff's wife. Just want to say hi, Jeff's wife. Hi, Jeff's daughter. I love y'all.
So, okay, first and foremost, we were talking to Will just a second ago.
To Will,
you were
my boy.
Introducing me to Will.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that has become so apparent to me over time in meeting bands and talking to bands is that word chemistry. And how absolutely, positively crucial that is. And you can probably even like someone personally, but maybe not have that same musical connection. And it's got to be all of that.
It's got to be all
statement
that.
ever.
Yeah, you vibe with somebody. You can vibe with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But when you get musically, like the other night, take for instance, we played a show last night. And just backstage after the show, I was listening to some cool Miles Davis jazz, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went to Bill Evans jazz, and he sat down with me, and for 30 minutes, we just started discussing how piano and jazz and the art of rock and roll make us feel. And just by talking to us at the end of the conversation, we were going, woo, woo, I love what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we're on stage, you can play chords, and this guy will go off. It's a chemistry thing. It's a bonding thing, but the true lesson for a new person in a band is whether you can live with them in the bus.
Right on. But you don't know that.
Some people don't shower, dog. Some people don't shower. Some people don't change their socks.
Okay, but then what do you do when you like a guy that you're auditioning with or what have you, but then you start to do shows and you're like,
You sit down with them and say, we need to have a real big talk. I love you. And you would tell me if I have a booger on my nose, right? And he'd say, yeah. And I'd say, you got a big booger on your nose. And it's called you need to take a shower.
And that's a legitimate conversation that you have had before.
Not with this guy.
No, well, right, because he's here.
Oh, yeah, not this guy. Now, he smells good. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the single here. I Hope You're Happy is doing incredibly well nationally. We're having a great run with it. And I got to be very honest with you, and please don't be mad at me when I say this. The very first time that I heard that song, I thought, this is not at all what I would think Blue October to be. And when I came back to it the second and third time, I was like, ooh, this is another direction, and I like it a lot. And
Exactly.
it just grows every time.
Exactly.
So is that, I mean, was it a purposeful, like, sort of right turn?
We all grew up on so many different styles of music. And like I said, we discussed jazz, opera, hip hop, urban rock as our foundation, and alternative rock as our foundation. So when we went into the studio this time, we wanted to write music like, remember when we were growing up and you'd watch a movie like Pretty in Pink or something like that, and Ducky was in love with that chick, or John Cusack held the radio up and played In Your Eye. We wanted to write an album like that, but with some balls behind it. So I Hope You're Happy was that song. So we just wanted to slap a little bit of groove on it and just play it outside of the box.
And what I find to be very fascinating, and we can, talk about as much or little of this as you want, but I mean, you are locked in to know how this record is doing. Like, because sometimes we get bands that'll be like, oh, we're at number 17 on the chart. That's awesome. We're up 50 spins, and they know what's going on. And then some bands are just like, oh, it's out there and it's happening, but you're locked in, man.
We watched the chart on it. Like, Paul right now is outside checking you checking the daily right now? Where are we sitting, bro? There you go.
Look at that.
Positive spins. We got our bullet back, baby. That's all our conversation is. My wife has to tell me and Paul, his wife, the same thing. Put your phone down. Stop checking media base.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So.
But does that take any of the fun out of it for you, though? Like, no?
My whole thing is Paul will kill me. I don't want to be number one. I don't have to be definition of success, and I'll speak for you guys too, because we've all discussed it, is having a roof over our heads, having kids that are healthy, having wives that love us, we love them, and having these adoring, amazing supporters. That's it. Mm-hmm. You playing us is this added blessing and bonus. So it's just like, I can't believe we're here, and every day is this new, exciting thing.
How long does it take you to get to that, though? You know what I'm saying? To get to where because it sounds like there's definitely that you get it, you love it, but there's a genuine appreciation happening here, too, of it.
There is, because back in 2007, when we had a lot of songs hitting really hot and going, when you hit number one, you go through this thing where you always are competing with that one again. When you stay around number 15, 14, you have this dodge and weave thing where you're still cool and you can still surprise people with another single. That's where I'm at. My manager probably wants to kill me right now because he wants number one. But like I said, the fact that we rolled up today and we said, y'all remember in 2000 when we played Point Fest? And it was our first festival gig in 2000. And we were the band, when the gates opened, y'all let us play next to a Bud Light stand. And the gates opened and we played James and Angel and Breakfast After 10. And we were just like, we've made it.
Sports Bar and Grill, they've been around for 35 years now, celebrating 35 years.
Dude,
of all the games all the time.
I looked this up, man. 35 years to be in businesses. They were around when the internet was invented. They were serving up hot wings and good times when the first CD-ROM came out. They were here. Hot Shots had pool tables, dartboards, and the coldest beer in town when the Berlin Wall fell, dude. That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
35 years is a long time. And, they're a St. Louis business. And wherever you are in the St. Louis area, there's got to be one nearby. And they're celebrating all February long. How, Rafe?
Customer Appreciation Month, celebrating 35 years all Feb. Hot Shots has daily featured menu items every day between $8 and $9, depending on the day. Also, you can score great deals on the Bud Family Pints for only $3 a month, all month long, with the Signatures Hot Shots Root Beer Barrel Shot for only $2 bones. Take your $2 bills and spend them at Hot Shots all month long. Also, Hot Shots has been a proud home of sports fans since 1990, dude. The 1900s.
HotShotsNet.com, HotShotsNet.com.
.57 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage. We are at Busch Stadium. Kirk Hammett from Metallica joining us today. Thank you. It's absolutely an honor to get the chance to meet you.
Cheers, likewise.
All right, so first we're going to talk about things that are not music related.
Okay.
I saw your Instagram post on Friday night about coming to St. Louis, looking for some comic book spots.
Yeah.
Did you find any?
Well, I found one spot, but you know what? I didn't have time enough to make it to the place.
Sure. It happens, I'm sure.
Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, rizshow@1057thepoint.com. Got crap on celebrities here in just a moment. We'll play Guess the Lyrics. Everybody loves that game. Give away some fabulous prizes, including tickets for the Morrissey Show at the Factory. Tickets to go see Disturbed with 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust, March 2nd at Enterprise. We got tickets for Point Fest featuring 311, the Urge Toadies, and more. May 17th at the Amphitheater. And we got tickets to go see Palais Royale. Sunday night, February 16th, over at the Pageant. Anybody watch TV while you're eating dinner?
Every night.
Do you? Every night? You got the TV on? Every night while you're eating dinner?
If the kids aren't there. If it's just us, sometimes.
God, my wife.
Probably half and half.
Hates the TV on.
Really?
Hates it. Hates it. Hates it.
Yeah.
Hates it.
I can't tell you the last time we sat down at our dining room table and just had dinner. We probably will on Valentine's Day because I'm going to cook for her, but it's very rare. We're ritual people. Like, we'll pull up the coffee table, put on a program, and then go to town.
I honestly think if it was up to my wife, we would have no TVs in the house.
Whoa.
We got kids. I understand the dinner, talking to your kids is maybe the only time that you can really have their undivided attention.
Sure. You know,
don't
she
have
just
phones.
hates the TV. She will sit in silence. I'll come home. She's got her office in the house. There's no music. There's nothing. It's just silence.
Yeah, I'm like that. Think about our jobs. Like, we're talking 4 hours here. I got my Casey show after this. I have headphones and I'm talking a lot.
No, I get that. Even I come home, there's no music or there's nothing. There's no, I'm in the kitchen cooking. I got music going. Maybe I'll have the TV on in the background. I got, this thing's going on.
Your wife is so in tune with her, chakras, though. I mean, that's on brand for meals, I think.
I don't know. I'm like, can you put on some music or something? But she hates the TV.
Stimulate.
Hates the TV in the bedroom. That if she could take the TV and rip it off the wall and throw it out the window, she would.
When we moved into this house, we put a TV, because we bought a bigger TV that's in our living room. And because in our old house in Valley Park, Tim was like, I don't want a TV in the bedroom. I'm like, cool. And I used to watch shows to fall asleep on the iPad, And then when we moved to our new house, I was like, this TV's going in here. And dude, it is the best. I love
and does he appreciate it?
He does. Last night we're in bed and I got Tim watching 6 Feet Under and he's watching the last season and I'm passing out. And that to me is the best comfort in the world.
And I'm sure it's my wife thinking, dinner's a great time to connect with the kids and have actual conversations. But screw that, man. There's too much good stuff to watch. So 2/3 of Americans say they usually watch TV while eating dinner now. 2/3. 63% do compared to 41% who talk to the people they're eating with. And watching TV isn't the only thing we're up to at dinner. 28% often use their phone. That I'm down with getting rid of. Phones, put them elsewhere.
Yeah, we don't have that.
I don't even, at the dinner table, I don't even want to face down on the table. Get it out of here. 16% listen to music, 8% read, 6% make phone calls. Another 6% play video games while they're eating. 3% do chores.
Rafe, do you and Tina, you said the coffee table, are you guys sitting on the floor?
Sometimes, or we have a big, square coffee table. We'll just literally pull it up to the couch and each take a corner.
You'll do the lean?
Yeah, we each take a corner because we have an L-shaped sectional. And she'll be straddling the corner and I'll be straddling the corner with all of our... And then we'll put on some show that
we've done that. We've done. That's a rare. Hey, we're all going to watch a movie on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Let's take our plates to the
living room.
To the living room, and the dogs get very confused. Look at this! I'm going to be really annoying now.
That's what my cats do too. Tim and I will sit on the floor and eat because I got these white couches for some ungodly reason. So I'm no eating on the couch, and so we'll sit on the floor and watch TV. No table. Just sit there. And now Clover's my oldest cat, my tortoiseshell. She is doing this thing now where she comes to my left and she sits there. And and when I put the fork up to my mouth, she'll slowly paw at my other shoulder because I'm right-handed. And I'm like, what is this? And then I'll give her a little something, so I guess reinforcing it, but so cute.
Yeah, the dog's like, whoa, wow, we're going to be really annoying now and make it very unpleasant for everybody who's taking their food off the table. But that's fun. All right, so let's play a little game. I'm going to play you a laugh from either a celebrity or a character, and let's see how you do with this.
Going around the hound? Or
I'll go around.
Okay.
Round the hound.
Around the hound. We're going to go
Round the hound.
Around the hound.
I'm going to start with Moon. Okay, now if you know it, if Moon doesn't know it, you guys could steal for a point.
With our names?
Yes. Okay. But Moon's got to have a shot first. So I need you to name the celebrity or character just based on their laugh.
Okay.
Who is this?
Oh, that is Bert.
Show me Bert.
Oh, can you play it again?
I'm going to play it again.
Dude, I don't even know what the hell that is. That sounds like
I
static.
believe Rafe Ernie.
That is Ernie.
Come on, I handed it to you.
Close.
That is Ernie.
I handed it to you.
Bert and Ernie, no.
Oh, it's also very close to Kermit. Kermit has a.
But that was indeed.
That was Ernie.
I did not know
Gosh,
that.
man, I was so close.
Learn.
Okay, point for Rafe. Go.
Who is this?
Ooh, can you play it? Oh man, I immediately think Fran Drescher, but I know it's wrong. The nanny. That's my guess.
Who?
The nanny, Fran Drescher.
Nice.
That was going to be my guess.
Fran Drescher, yes.
It's either her or Janice.
Oh, from Friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this?
Can I hear it one more time?
Come on.
I love
You need that again? No, he's going to give it a shot. Hey,
I'm going to
relax.
say. Remember when we gave you a
We
chance?
know you know it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that sounded like the Spider-Man villain, so Willem Dafoe.
Mark Hamill's the Joker.
I do not watch the cartoon.
Joker. That's the Joker.
But yeah, that sounded like Mark Hamill.
Now that you know.
say it.
Now that you know. All right.
That is not a bad guess. You're talking about the Willem Dafoe Goblin?
I thought it was
Green
the
Goblin?
Hobgoblin, Green Goblin. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, Moon. Who's this?
Oh, cool. My gosh, dude. I don't have a freaking clue. Say it again. Do it again. No guess.
Lern.
Will Ferrell?
Rafe, Mike Myers.
Voldemort.
Never watched those.
Wow. I never would have got there.
Voldemort.
Damn.
All right. Lern.
This is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Who's this?
Let's go.
It's a cartoon, I hope.
Hell.
No. Stop it.
I
Stop it.
don't have a guess. I don't even know what that is.
Moon.
Moon. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Crazy to have kids.
Oh,
That's disturbing.
it's not just having a kids
Well,
thing.
no, I never watched.
SpongeBob
I don't
is in
have-
this. Me neither.
Today's
But
SpongeBob.
I
it's
don't
in the
know what that
zeitgeist.
Sure.
Rafe.
Yes. Oh, Scooby-Doo, baby.
Nice. Nicely done.
All right. Who is this?
Cute.
Moon.
Heck. I don't have a better guess than the Wicked Witch of the West.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
I'll get you my pretty.
Bro,
That's
that's
a
a
great
man.
guess.
Thank you.
I did. That was going to go way different.
It just seemed so isolated and so old. You know, kind of old school.
pretty.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Oh,
I knew you were gonna do this one.
it's The Simpsons. It's Ralph.
Rafe. Oh, stole that from you.
Nelson.
Oh, Nelson. Oh, I missed
so
up.
sorry.
I haven't watched Simpsons in so long.
That dude, one of the best Simpson lines is like, Bart falls out of a tree and he goes, Bart fell, ha ha.
We used to do that.
They're
as
like, he's
kids.
hurt. I think he broke his leg. And he goes, I already said, ha ha.
All right, last one. This is easy.
Jack Black.
Moon.
Yeah.
Santa Claus?
Oh, I thought I had to have a specific Santa Claus.
I mean, there is only one.
That's hard.
I thought that was Jack Black in the new Satan Claus
All right,
or
you guys
something.
did all right. You guys did good. Who won?
Moon won.
Moon wins.
I lose.
All right, today is February the 6th. Back in the day, 88 years ago in 1937, Of Mice and Men was published. 73 years ago, 1952, King George VI died in his sleep, which immediately elevated his daughter, Elizabeth, to the throne as the new Queen of England. Her official coronation wasn't until 16 months later, on June 2nd of 1953. 43 years ago, 1982, Centerfold by the J. Giles Band hit #1. 32 years ago, 1993, tennis legend Arthur Ashe died of complications from AIDS. He was 49 years old. He received a tainted blood transfusion. He was the first black man to win Wimbledon. 27 years ago, 1998, Carl Wilson of the Beach Boys died. He had lung cancer. He was 51. 22 years ago, 2003, 50 Cent drops his major label debut record, Get Rich or Die Trying, a joint release on Eminem's Shady Records and Dr. Dre's Aftermath. It included 2 #1 hits, Into Club and 21 Questions. And 19 years ago, in 2006, Britney Spears was photographed illegally driving around Malibu with her infant son, Sean Preston, sitting on her lap. Pretty famous photo of that. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. I was so excited about this yesterday, you guys. The original lineup of Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Tony, Geezer, and Bill Ward, which is amazing, getting back together for one final show where it all began in their hometown of Birmingham, England. So it's called Back to the Beginning. It's going to be an all-day festival set for July 5th. The lineup of this metal show is
Did you see who's playing this thing?
amazing. I'm just gonna roll through it. Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, and Mastodon. It's all created by Tom Morello. He's the musical director of the
Did you see
show.
the special guests that'll be
Special
there?
guests: Billy Corgan, Duff McKagan, David Draymond, Slash, Fred Durst, Jakey Lee, which is cool because he was Ozzy's guitarist, Jonathan Davis, KK Downing, Sammy Hagar.
You know, it's cool because it's
Amazing.
listed as Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. So I think it'll be Black Sabbath songs, Ozzy,
Doing
solo
some
stuff,
Yes.
and all those other bands.
And this will be the final performance for Ozzy. He's obviously had so many health issues over the years with his Parkinson's and the ATV accident that he got himself in, which led him to all sorts of issues.
Even though, you know, we won't be there.
It'll be streamed.
It is nice. Oh, well, it's nice to see that actually happening.
It is. I went to the End Tour in 2016 for Black Sabbath up in Chicago, and Rival Sons opened up for them. And Tim and I got to go backstage to meet with Rival Sons. And I walked right by Black Sabbath. I didn't go over and talk to him because it was inappropriate. But Tommy Clufettos was filling in for Bill Ward at the time on drums. And, you know, it was the final. That was it. They were like, we're putting a nail in the coffin. This is it. And I was like, so happy to be there. But it still felt like it was open-ended because of the drama with Bill Ward. And so to see Bill Ward get over his crap, come back, they just got honored.
One final show.
One final show. They all just got kind of knighted in Birmingham as being like they call him a Freeman. It was a great honor for them. I just think this is so perfect and such a great bow.
Doesn't, you know, Birmingham just seem like, because it's like a steel, right? Industrial.
It is.
Industrial place. It just seems like it's just forever gloomy.
No, Birmingham's.
I've never been. In my head.
Yeah, I agree.
Birmingham's pretty awesome. They've got these canals running through. Kind of the city center is kind of a cool spot. It's definitely popping at night. Birmingham is much cooler than.
In my
it
head,
used
I
to be.
want it to be where Black Sabbath came from, just dreary.
Oh, yeah,
and
no.
you always need a jacket.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how it is in my head.
You might always need a jacket, but it's definitely not one of the gloomier places.
I want it to be
anymore. I mean, England is England.
Yeah,
you can't take it out of England. It's still.
I always pictured as post World War II, bombed out buildings, very industrial, a lot of smokestacks.
Yeah, no. I mean, some of it. It's kind of cool.
Well, that's where I want.
You're thinking of Pittsburgh or something, right? Like this Pittsburgh vibe?
West Virginia.
No.
A West Virginia
That's
vibe.
where it is in my head. I interviewed Rob Halford because Judas Priest is from there as well. And he talked about how the steel and the different industrial parts of it, I'm sure there's beautiful parts of it too, but he said that because it's like a blue collar environment, that's where a lot of that classic metal got its heaviness from.
Yeah, I guess it still does feel very blue collar, but blue collar that's succeeding rather than some of the other ones.
In my head, I want them to be
drained.
just
Sage.
Rough hands. Rough hands. You know what I mean? Nobody's got smooth skin.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough,
and it's gonna be July, right? July
5th.
Birmingham's awesome.
This will be Ozzy's first full set since December 31st, 2018, and the first show with Bill Ward since 2005. So it really is cool. I can't wait to watch it from my couch. In other festival news, Jack White, Noah Kahan, and the
Noah Kahn,
Fish, Sturgill Simpson, they're going to be the headliners for Bourbon and Beyond, which will happen in September 11th through the 14th at the Highland Festival Grounds in Louisville, Kentucky. Alabama Shakes, Nathaniel Rateliff, the Goo Goo Dolls, Ringo Starr,
That's
Pixies.
another heavy lineup.
It is, and I mean, this is drivable, right? Louisville's not that crazy.
Yeah, I was going to go last year, because Pearl Jam played last year.
It'd be a cool one to go to.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it's a festival.
You're not a festival.
I'm not a festival guy. Point Fest is great because I get to go home.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
Bourbonandbeyond.com if it is for you. Jerry Cantrell was on the Broken Record podcast, and he revealed how he was feeling during the taping of the iconic MTV Unplugged. Here is Jerry Cantrell talking about what he needed on stage.
Which of all the Unplugged is that's my favorite.
That's my favorite too.
I mean, listen, I get Nirvana Unplugged is great, it's iconic, but for me, Alice in Chains, that one is better in my mind. But here's Jerry Cantrell from the podcast Broken Record.
I was not feeling well. If you look very closely, there's a trash can at my feet for me to vomit in. But luckily, when the light went green and the cameras went on and we started playing, I got a little adrenaline rush and I started feeling better. And that turned out to be one of the greatest shows we've ever played, So, but I was feeling like until it started. And then as soon as the show was over, I went back to feeling like back on the IV. So...
what did he say? I couldn't. What was under the beep?
What's funny about that performance is, I never noticed because I've watched it on. I've watched it online every once in a while. I actually watched the whole thing. Never noticed the bucket because you're looking at Lane Staley, who looked terrible, who looked horrible, who was clearly zoinked out of his mind on heroin.
He looked exactly how I wanted him to look, though. That sounds really bad. I wish Lane Staley were still around. Obviously, I hate that he died, but I just remember when he walked out when Nutshell started playing at the beginning, and he just sits down. He's got those glasses on, and I believe his hair was pink, and he looks. But
horrible.
That's the vibe that I feel when I listen to Alice in Chains. I feel like that. I feel like I am Lane Staley in that moment.
Here's Moon pulled it up. Let me get a little audio here. This is the opening of...
Holy smokes. By the way, look at...
Jerry's hair.
Jerry looks just like the cat from Dinosaur Pileup.
So cute.
I don't see no bucket.
It's right behind him. You see it? The trash can.
Oh, there it is.
I see the trash can.
It doesn't even look like a damn trash can. God, Lane is so cute.
Lane Staley's so thin. Just sickly.
Swim goggles.
Dude.
Good. Go watch it today after the show.
Not on National Optimist Day.
I don't know. It's all gloomy outside. It's a perfect Alice in Chains day. Shabuzi's song, A Bar Song Tipsy, has now spent more weeks at #1 on the Billboard Radio Songs chart than any other song in the history of songs. Is this the song where he's sampling everybody in the club get tipsy. Is that the same song?
Shabuzi? Oh, even
I'm
I know
so
this song.
disconnected from
Yes.
this guy.
You talking about Jaquan?
Shabuzi.
Everybody, yes.
But that's Jaquan is everybody in the club get tipsy?
Yeah, St. Louis's own.
Well,
right? From like 04?
That I don't know.
This song is...
So I just typed in Shabuzi tipsy into Google, and the whole screen... Moves. Watch. It's wild. I never saw this. Look at that.
Oh, that's
interesting.
Trippy.
The screen gets tipsy.
That's...
Get it? How long was this song at number one?
It has been at number one for 27 weeks. It beat out the Weeknd song Blinding Lights for the honor, which is another song that's impossible to get out of your head. So it is an earworm. Some other records that Shabuzi's... Yeah.
This is Shabuzi. It's a good song. I actually like the song. 27 weeks at number one.
27 weeks.
Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round. We need plenty more.
He's got a nice voice too.
She don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and it seems like a nice guy too.
It topped the country airplay chart for 7 consecutive weeks back in August, which was the longest streak ever for a debut single. It also made more history on the country airplay chart as it continues to stay top 10. And Tipsy is also the first ever song to break into the top 5 on the country airplay chart, pop airplay chart, and adult pop airplay charts. So congratulations to Shabuzi. In TV, Hollywood's biggest night at the Oscars is almost here. The first round of star presenters has been announced. So last year's acting award winners will hit the stage, including Robert Downey Jr., Emma Stone, and Cillian Murphy. It will once again be held at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood. Conan O'Brien will host. It's the 97th annual, and it will be on Sunday, March 2nd on ABC and streaming live on Hulu. Congratulations to Gisele Bundchen. She's a mom again.
Oh!
With her boyfriend.
The jiu-jitsu instructor?
Yes, Joaquin Valente. No details on the baby have been released. Obviously, they're keeping it very private. But she has 2 other kids with Tom Brady. She's 44 years old. And no word if Tom has congratulated her yet. So probably not. Bill Burr called Howie Mandel a Hollywood whore last week for catching him off guard by bringing his alleged half-brother Billy Corgan out during a podcast interview. And Howie was with the Sklar brothers on a podcast and says, I want to apologize. I feel horrible. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm so sorry. I tried to do something good. I legitimately thought I was doing something nice. I swear to you. I thought it was funny.
Howie Mandel apologized.
He apologized. He also said that he texted Bill Burr right after their episode aired or after they had filmed it and never got a reply. So Bill Burr is like ghosted.
America's #1 curmudgeon. I'm telling you, that's Bill Burr.
Hey, if you see a Whoopi Goldberg ad for a weight loss drug, do not believe it. It is a deep fake. The Got Winner railed against the ad and its circulation online, saying it's a manipulated version of her promoting a bad weight loss drug. She says, I don't sell anything unless I say, hey, it's me, Whoopi. That's how you know it's me. They took something from a CBS Sunday Morning, melded it down into making it into an ad. How illegal is that, right?
Yeah, well, that's...
I mean, this is what we're going to be up against. Like, I'm sure she's going to sue the creators.
Now it's a lot easier to do this, but this has been going on for a long time. Now it's easier with AI.
But I'm talking about just the endorsement part of it.
Oh, yeah.
I understand, like, people are manipulating, like, the George Carlin video to make to content. This is actually selling a product.
Yeah.
And so you were putting a deep fake of, like, somebody could put Scott Rizzuto deep fake out.
Somebody did this to us this week.
I know. And it's
that
BS.
we're endorsing a certain service that we have no idea who this person is.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like putting your picture up and making it seem like I see a lot of these and I'm a little I know why I'm getting them and it upsets me, but I get a lot of like it's like an AI Joe Rogan ad. It'll always be like these ads for like dumb supplements and it'll like cut to a Joe Rogan podcast clip and it'll be like a fake mouth. It'll just barely.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. It's crazy.
Somebody impersonating his voice and it'll start off with him like, "Have you heard of this? This new supplement?" And then it cuts away to like, I can recognize it with media literacy. Clearly AI. This is clearly fake. This is somebody just pushing a product. But like, there'll be like 10 different things that has like fake Joe Rogan, and I'm sure bros are buying that up. You know what I mean? And like, it's not just a Joe Rogan thing. It's just what I'm getting My camera's looking at my face and being like, he wants this.
Your algorithm, man.
Oh, yeah. My iPhone looks at my face and was like, he wants what Joe Rogan has. And I get it.
Broad City's Elena Glazer is developing a Sex and the City style comedy, and she says it's going to focus on women, gay guy friendship. She says, I'm writing the show right now, doing a rewrite actually of a draft that she's had. And she says it's, because the woman and the gay guy friendship is a big deal. She goes, my first best friend is my brother, who happens to be gay. All of my best friends growing up were gay boys. I want them to be them, and I can't wait for this. I absolutely loved Broad City. I love Sex and the City. Alana is so funny, and I love her, so I can't wait for this.
You'll just have to give a full report.
Oh, I will.
I can't wait.
I bet not. Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali are in the first trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth, which I got to tell you, underwhelming.
Not only is the trailer underwhelming, the whole
franchise
franchise is gone to garbage.
It has. I'm done. I don't think I can do it
After that Jurassic Park 2 with Chris Pratt.
The Jurassic World.
That was terrible, and I'm like, I'm done with this.
Number 2. Do you remember a couple of our friends were like, it was so good. I was like, that was the smallest, crappiest movie I have seen in a decade.
The first Jurassic World was cool.
Sullied. Yeah, the first one was good.
It was great.
Yeah.
The second one was such a joke. The entire reason that we're here for this spectacle is the scope. Don't you remember every scene? Like, do your homework. Every scene from the first Jurassic Park, the reason it was so cool is because it was huge. Yeah. And what do? They put us in a basement of a house on a hill in the woods?
You ruined it.
Idiots.
You ruined the franchise.
They did.
And I'm not coming back.
And I'm not watching this either. And I'm sad that Mahershala and Scarlett are involved.
And I'll be back.
And finally, she's on the prowl. Is this something that maybe you want to get for your loved one for Valentine's Day? The cuddly cougar is in her prime, looking for a good time. Get your paws on her exclusively online at the Bear Cave. We're talking Build-A-Bear. Play this commercial.
St. Louis Zone Build-A-Bear?
Yes. I don't know what's happening here. It's the She's a Cougar video. Stuffed bear, high-heeled boots, cougar plush coat, sexy Build-A-Bear. What's happening? Here we go.
All right.
She's a cougar. She's a cougar. Watch out, boys. On the prowl. Looking for a good time. Hear her growl. This cat is in her prime. Too fierce to handle. Too fat to ignore. She's got her ears.
Is this real?
I think so. It's on their...
it's on the Build-A-Bear website?
on the Instagram. Yeah, I'm uncomfortable, and I don't like sexy Build-A-Bear, okay? So anyway, if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead.
Sexy Build-A-Bear cougar on the prowl. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
No thanks. But that's your crap on celebrities. Thanks.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday on this fine day starts with Charlie Heaton. Jonathan Byers on Stranger Things is 31. Dan Dehan. That's Metallica's heroic roadie in Metallica Through the Never. You also may know him as Andrew from Chronicle or Harry from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's 39. Chris Humphries is 40. Crystal Reed, Sophia Falcone from Gotham is 40. Alice Eve from She's Out of My League, Men in Black 3, and a whole bunch of other stuff is 43. Rick Astley is 59. Axl Rose is 63.
Axl Rose is 63. You got to be kidding me.
Isn't it crazy?
I'm not kidding you.
You got to be kidding me, Moon.
Even crazier, Richie McDonald, the Lone Star lead singer, he's also 63.
What?
Kathy Najimy, that is Wendy Keegan on Veep. Also, the chubby nun from the Sister Act movies is 68. Fabian, the teen idol from the 50s and 60s, is 82. Tom Brokaw
Bukaki
is 85. And Mike Farrell, Captain B.J. Honeycutt on MASH, is 86 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Daisy Marie. And today's birthday girl has been in 617 fine films, including Babes in Toyland, Badass Barrio Babes, Big Trouble and not Little China, but Big Trouble and Little Vagina.
Oh, no.
Not Chips and Salsa. She was in Chicks and Salsa 3, Hogtied Honeys, No Boys, No Toys 2, not Silence of the Lambs, but Silence of the Clams.
Oh, no.
Big Trouble and Little Vagina is hard for me to get past.
I was making so much noise.
Was the hero Jack Squirtin?
And who could forget her role in 2006's Down with the Brown? I don't know what that's about. Daisy Marie is 41 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back. We got to give away some stuff. We gave away nothing this week. Nothing. And we got plenty of stuff. We got tickets to go see Morrissey, playing the Factory May 12th. We got tickets to go see Disturbed with 3 Days Grace and Seven Dust, March 2nd over at Enterprise. We got tickets for Point Fest coming up on May 17th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, where you'll see 311, The Urge, Toadies, Finger 11, Ludo, and more. And we got tickets to go see Palais Royale coming up in just a couple weeks, Sunday night, February 16th, over at the Pageant. Rafe, we're playing?
Guess the lyric.
Guess the lyric. Okay, explain.
You will be given 3 lyrics from songs relatively in the zeitgeist. You know, some may be pop, some may be country, some may be classic rock,
Popular
some may be
songs.
contemporary, but popular songs. There will be a word missing. I will say it out loud. If you are confused, you're not sure, I will scat it for you. You have to guess the missing word to get the first point, and then there are 2 additional points after that if you guess the artist and title. There are a possible 9 points. You must get 6 or more to win.
Okay. And you can ask for a lifeline. We'll try to help you out.
You can. 1 per round.
1 per round.
And choose wisely.
Yeah.
Someone in the room might be your go-to.
We
I'm sure they'll let you know.
We may give little hints as to whether we know it or not.
Sometimes we do.
All right, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Moon's going to load up the lines. But first, he's going to give us the traffic and weather report. It is 7:54. Thursday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to an incident 270 westbound from Lindbergh to James S. McDonald Boulevard. That's the north side, of course. Your point forecast, mostly cloudy, high of 48. Right now it's 38 at the Point Studio.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's strange that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day, and
yeah.
I remember the club well. You know, we used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. You know, stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you. This is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before till this night. And
have you noticed that your buddies that live down the street, the Williams, you know, the good old neighbors, they just seem so much happier as of late? Well, there's a reason for that, because after 3 years of inflation and debt, which had crushed them, for the first time, they have the cash. They finally got the cash to secure their retirement, pay off those bills, and plan an incredible future. And they didn't win a lottery exactly. They did a genius financial strategy called the Sell and Stay program with TrueHold. Now, it's absolutely easy. The home's value had rebounded so quickly, and they sold it to TrueHold, and they got to bank all that equity in cash, which is awesome. But since they weren't ready to move, they get to stay with an easy, affordable lease, and TrueHold's going to cover their property taxes, home insurance, and even those essential home repairs. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. So get a TrueHold offer right now where home values are high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
well, here we are at the Chaffetz Arena, gigantic show tonight with the Killers, joined by Brandon and Ronnie. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love the album. Wonderful, Wonderful is out now. It is it's such a great record. I think very much worth the wait. I want to know first things first about Jackknife Lee that produced this record for you. I know there were a couple of other guys as well that did a track, but I want to know about a producer and what his role is with you guys and how you know he's the right one to work with you guys on something like this.
Well, it's different. I mean, every producer is a very it's a very that word casts a very large net.
Mm-hmm.
They can be. There are some people that just get in a room and sit Indian style and give you vibe. And there's some people that the other end of the spectrum is actually they play with you, and they're like a fifth member of the band, and Jackknife was kind of everything.
He sat Indian style and he played.
It was everything.
Yeah, he's definitely took the holistic approach.
Yeah, but I'm always very interested when, because that's a big thing to let somebody into. I mean, that's the innermost circle of the band. So there has to be a lot of trust that develops over probably a short period of time in order for that to happen.
Yeah, you have to go with your gut, and you meet. We met with a lot of different people, and we met a lot of people along the way. And it was just instantly, we were drawn towards him and felt comfortable around him, so it made it easy.
Very good. I'm always amazed when great songs like Run for Cover, I hear and read stories about how it's been around for a number of years. Do you keep everything around with the hopes that maybe one day it turns into something? Or are there those that eventually you go, you know what? I think this one's been around for a while. Like, how do you know that there's something there to keep it around?
We haven't. It's rare for us. It's this one in particular. Just my brother kept emailing me.
Yeah.
And that was kept it in my mind, and because he's a fan of this song, and so I think without that, I don't know. Without that prodding from him, I don't think I would have, brought it back and pursued it the way that we did. But yeah, we don't have any more laying around that are that good. that have been around that long.
I always wondered because, some bands will say that once they write it for whatever that session is, it's gone. You know what I mean? That they just leave it and move on and don't want to kind of revisit. So it's very fascinating to me when you find those little gems there that ended up turning into great things later on. I wanted to ask you about your opener tonight, Alex Cameron.
Yeah.
I just... And please don't think badly of me on this one, but I just heard his solo music for the first time last week. His record label played it for me. I was completely blown away. He's co-written some songs on this record with you. How did you guys get to know Alex?
His first record is called Jumping the Shark. So he's out there right now showing people the second one, which is called Forced Witness. But we had heard a couple of tracks from Jumping the Shark, and we're just in love with it. And reached out to him just to tell him that I appreciated what he was doing, and we just became friends.
And then just from there, you see him in Australia, then how does
he's been over here for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we hooked up. He came to Las Vegas, and we did some writing for his new record and for our new record.
Outstanding. I had the opportunity to see you guys. It's my second time seeing you in the course of about a few months because I saw you the first weekend of ACL.
Oh.
I thought your Tom Petty covers were absolutely phenomenal. Like just were perfect amongst that night. When you were covering somebody like that obviously I would assume you have a great deal of respect for, that has this unbelievable catalog of great material, how do you narrow it down? You know what I mean? I think you guys did American Girl, and I think you did Waiting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, we had to take into consideration that you're playing at a festival, and you don't know how many of these people are Tom Petty fans, and so we wanted to pay tribute and have them be able to recognize it.
Sure.
So American Girl was just a no-brainer, and then The Waiting is just such a beautiful song, and it was nice to be able to do both of those. He has so many songs.
Yeah.
So many good songs.
And his band's good.
And it was just incredible. I mean, we're big fans already, but it's just a sad thing to do, and wish we could have done it while he was alive, paid tribute to him. We need to start playing, people's songs that we love that are still alive, so they know that we love them.
Yeah. He was one of the, when he passed, it felt like the cool uncle that got us beer maybe before we should have it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or would slip us that punk rock record that we might not have gotten otherwise. He just sort of had that, and he was one of those deaths that I'd never met him, I'd only seen him a couple of times, but it really, it really affected me. So it was great that weekend, though, because there were a lot of tremendous tributes. Well, gentlemen, we thank you so very much for your time. It's always a pleasure to have you in St. Louis. Again, if you don't have Wonderful, the new Killers album, it's really outstanding. Run for Cover, the new song we're playing. The Man I Love, it reminds me of every cool Talking Head song that
decided to buy a home. Maybe your first home. Ooh, man, look at that. You're gonna stop renting. You're gonna buy a house, build some equity. And man, there are so many pitfalls when it comes to the mortgage side of things. Oh, there are a lot of vultures out there. And you've heard a lot of horror stories. And in fact, the first house we bought back in 07, it sucked because we went an out-of-town bank. We were just a number of these people. If you want a truly great experience buying a home, do what we did last time. And that's call Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. First off, Kevin is local. He'll meet with you wherever, whenever. He's a great guy. He loves working with Rizzuto listeners. He loves putting together that puzzle. Everybody's mortgage is going to be different. Everybody's financial situation is different. So he's going to put the puzzle together, put that perfect mortgage together for you. If not buying a home, maybe refinancing the house you're in. Lower your monthly payments, shorten your loan term. Maybe you're looking to do a home improvement project, new bathroom, new kitchen. Home equity. Access your home's equity for renovations or major expenses. He could even have your money within 5 days. Give Kevin a call. 314-862-0123. 314-862-0123. It's as easy as 123 with Kevin. Kevin Putney, Equalizing Opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions do apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC. NMLS 3029. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. 123mortgage.com. 314-862-0123. Okay, so let's go over Rafe's bucket list.
Okay.
So these are all the things Rafe would like to achieve.
Please tell me you don't have Dropkick on there.
I do not have Dropkick on there.
How about receive Dropkick?
It's on there now. Might as well. So we've been going over all of our bucket list items over the last couple of weeks. We've done everybody's. We did Lern's yesterday. We did Moon, King Scott, Riz. And now we do a lot of stuff on the show where we punish each other.
Okay.
So we're trying to develop.
Was down, y'all would tell me, right?
Yeah.
I have.
You have.
And if someone doesn't,
down at an event.
Yeah, that's right.
It was almost ground zero for you.
if you're with a friend and your fly is down, your tag is hanging out of your shirt, there's something in your teeth, your hair is completely a mess, something that you know that they don't know, or something that they know that you don't know that's happening with you, and they don't tell you, cut them out of your life.
And yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
This is a person that wants to be around you to see you suffer so they look better. Cut them out.
Or they just don't look at you. I mean, I had your friend Dan came over the other day to the office. You guys were getting lunch, and I was, saying hi to Dan and laughing and smiling and stuff. After you guys left, I looked in my car in the rearview mirror. I had a huge piece of when you eat blueberries, you got the skin.
Oh, I
in
had
your
no
teeth.
idea.
I felt like such an
I didn't
idiot.
see it.
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes people just don't notice.
Yeah, I had that.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Dan would tell you.
So nobody was looking at my teeth. Yeah.
I would have told you too.
I do it for to strangers. I've put myself in strange positions, going up to folks in airports, especially, and be like, "Hey, man, your tag is out."
But is there a line to what you would tell a friend?
No.
That's what makes them my friend.
Okay, I'm gonna give you situations, and you tell me if you would. Okay. Tell a friend they are doing something, an activity like
marrying the wrong
Like, would you be
person.
brutally honest?
Oh.
Like, this is brutal honesty. So, yeah, your fly's down.
Booger in the nose.
Booger in the nose. Moon likes to tell people I got hair in my nose and announce it to all.
You got to
hot
call out
shots,
the
Wentzville.
bug.
Yeah, I've been worried about my bugs all week because I've been blowing my nose so much. But
would you tell a friend or keep quiet if they were in a toxic relationship?
Ooh.
And I'll let you know what America says.
This is a close friend.
A close friend. Would you tell a close friend about this stuff? They're in a toxic relationship.
Well, I mean, they probably know they're in a toxic relationship. Like, I've had friends who their husbands are rude to them, and I've pulled them aside and go, "What's up with him? Is everything okay?" Like, I check in.
But
would you say?
So I would tell them, yeah.
You're in a toxic. Would you say, "Man, this dude sucks"?
Yeah, I would.
You would.
I would.
Would you?
Yeah, I flip-flopped on this. I used to be like, yeah, of course, brutal honesty. And then I was like, you know what? You don't want to inject yourself into other people's business. Plus, it could come back to bite you. And
It will come back to bite you.
It will come back to bite you. And now
It's come back to bite me.
No,
Me
for
too.
sure. Me too. But here's how I feel. Even at the risk of the friendship, how am I supposed to be honest and have integrity about being your friend if I'm not trying to look out for you?
It depends on what I see. I don't think it depends on what I've seen for me
toxic?
to think that it's toxic.
Yeah, define toxic. I mean, to me, it's like disrespectful or just trash person. I don't know. I mean,
Do I think you're getting beaten every time you go home?
yeah, obviously, I mean, I would confront
yeah,
the guy. I'd be like, what the hell's going on here?
I had a couple friends.
That's an emergency intervention.
74% of people would probably or definitely speak up.
I had a couple friends do the hands-off thing with a relationship for me. And when it all ended in tragedy, they're like, yeah, man, we knew that was going to happen. We knew things from before. And I was like, where were you?
Right.
Would you tell a friend?
You're not ready to hear it, though, either.
Well,
like, you have to gauge, like, because what happens with that, and I'm sure this is what you're talking about, Riz, is like, you say your piece, they muster the courage to confront, lose their nerve, backslide, and now you're the common enemy.
Yeah, you're the bad guy.
You're the person who's trying to ruin their relationship, and now that person hates you, and you have to, like, be ready to go. Like, I have a couple of those still. I got a couple friends in marriages whose wives
hate you because
suck.
Of that. Yeah.
And have been abusive and have been bad to them and still are. And I called it out early, and I ain't invited to the cookout.
You are the common enemy. All right, I don't want to get too much on this one because I got more. Would you tell a friend, a close friend, if they have BO?
Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
67% would. So a third of us would just deal with the stink.
I've dealt with the stink with friends that are not as close to me. But if it's like my best friend, who I love so much, I got her, I mean, she never smells, but she's always on the go. She's a mom and doctor, and I got her this mini little deodorant. Dude, it saved her so much at work because she forgets to put her deodorant on. So she'll put it on at work, and I'm like, I love her. So,
yeah. Got to be close friend, though.
yeah.
Got to be
If
close.
your breath stinks, because I want you to tell me if I'm like, I don't like sticky breath, and I don't want to stink. But I'm like, the hard part with that one is sometimes you have to gauge whether they can help it or not. Because then I've had issues with friends where I'm like, I don't know if this is like I don't know what's going on here.
A medical issue.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. And I'm like, if it's something they can't help, then I'm just making them self-conscious.
Would you tell a close friend they're a bad parent?
That depends.
If you're a parent yourself, I think you get more leeway. I don't have kids, so
Would
people are
you
like, shut up.
tell a close friend they're a bad parent?
I'm
not. Not unless the kid is affecting me in some way.
Yeah.
Or the kid's getting abused. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yes. Intervene if there's abuse, but no.
I'm not saying anything.
I think parenting is hard, so everybody's just trying their best.
I'm not gonna. Who am I to tell anybody how to parent?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
'Cause that's on you, unless it's something that I have a couple sore spots. Like if I see somebody whip their kid or hit their kid.
Yeah, and
I'm not saying like crazy abuse. Like I'm just saying like sometimes I'll be like, hey man, just so you know, I'll give you my perspective on that, having endured it. That there's long term.
I mean, it could be like too permissive.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, we all know what bad parenting is.
I've said something in a restaurant when my friend let their kid run around, and they didn't like it.
You're a bad parent.
I'd say that, but I go, hey,
how do you
man,
let your kid do this?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I don't say you're a bad parent. I just say, hey, man, like, I know you love them, but
I see
that's
Moon
annoying.
In deep thought here.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking, I mean, the scenarios you guys are painting obviously puts you in a really difficult position. But what if it's a guy, and I'm thinking of guys here. What if it's a guy that's like making a decision or going to make a decision that isn't a great dad decision, and that person's somewhat oblivious. You look at it and go, hey man, maybe
you want to hang out with your kid this weekend.
Yeah, maybe doing this or going after this isn't going to help you as a parent. Maybe that's going to take you away from being for the opportunity to be a good parent. I think that's totally reasonable. We have a lot of blind spots, especially busy people that mean well and are trying hard. Sometimes you're just a bad dad, and not on purpose.
Okay, all right. 43% would bring it up. Would you tell somebody if they got a bad haircut?
That's something that time will help. Time will fix it. So it's like
guy. Yes.
No, you do. When I got my hair chemically straightened, I couldn't put a hat on, and I came in one day in the hallway, and it was like I looked like a magician. And Moon goes, "Hair's big today."
What? I don't even remember this at all. What was my tone? What was my
guy?
Yes, funny. You just go, "Whoa, hair's big today."
Guy,
and
yes.
I go, yeah, I can't put a hat on, and I got to leave it. And you just go, "All right."
I would never say
it's real high, man.
I said that?
Yeah, it was. It made me laugh. Like it was funny.
I would never say it to a woman. Never. Guy, yes. Woman, no.
Well, you did say it to a woman.
I said it to my wife, and I regret it.
Yeah.
Just the way I put it, too. So, a lesbian haircut, huh?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
I don't know.
I know so
Lern.
many
I
lesbians with
don't
great
know.
haircuts.
It was a moment I wish I had back.
Stereotypical of you.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. And
A moment of regret.
I've
He's self-flagellated about this.
Yeah.
Many
fine.
times.
Forgiven, but not forgotten. Ever.
I'll never forget it either.
Hey, you know the bad parenting thing? I thought of something. My wife tells me all the time when I'm a bad parent, and it's helpful.
Yeah, it's one thing because she's a co-parent.
Yeah, she loves you, so.
Yeah, but
she's allowed to say that.
She sees something and she's like, "Hey, that was you reacted poorly. This is how you should have done that." And that's like, because you're an idiot sometimes.
Yeah, but she's your partner. That's 100% of the time she should be telling you.
Right. But I'm saying, like, if you're a good friend and you can see those kind of things, as long as someone's receptive, that's the key.
It's tone, too.
Would you tell a close friend they need to lose weight?
No.
If I was worried about their health? Yeah, man.
Would you, though? I mean...
Yeah, because anyone that knows me, that I'm willing to say something like that to, knows that this has nothing to do with weight. This has nothing to do with your looks. This has nothing to do with anything except for I'm worried about your health, man.
Too many body issues out there already. Like, people know when they're overweight.
They know.
We don't need
I don't need to hear it from you.
Nobody needs to be telling anyone. Like, all of us know our own weight
If
problems.
you're a close friend, I don't need to hear it from you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like I would say, "Yo, bro, you need to lose weight, dude." You're like, "Hey, man, I'm working on this thing, and I've actually found it to be helpful. You want to try this with me? Let's do this together." It's one of those.
So inadvertently say it. You're not even saying it. You're just like suggesting, "Hey, come on this ride with me."
Man, dude, you need to lose a couple pounds.
Yeah, I would never say that directly to somebody like that. I would be...
You just make pig noises when they walk in the room.
Yes.
Were you just saying, you sure you want seconds there, Bubba?
You don't need that other the next mozzarella stick. All right, let's give away some stuff. I forgot we're doing a contest. All right, we are playing Guess the Lyric, so we'll get you on the phone. Rafe will read you a line from a song with a word missing. You tell us what the missing word is. These are all big, fat hits.
Big hits.
Big hit songs that are in the zeitgeist.
That's right.
So there is a possibility of 9 points.
Correct. You have
3 songs.
3 separate songs. You must fill in the word to get the first point for the other 2 points to be available, which are the artist and title of the song. And you can get any... If you know the artist and you fill in the lyric and you only know the artist, you get 2 out of 3, etc. You can have a lifeline one time around at any point. If you have the word and the artist, but you can't think of the song title, you're more than welcome to throw it to somebody in the room. But you can only use them once, so choose wisely.
Right. Okay, we got Morrissey tickets, we got Disturbed tickets, Point Fest tickets, Palais Royale tickets. Today's contest sponsored by
CarStar, your auto body repair experts, locally owned with nationwide guarantees. See carstar.com for locations near you.
And you mentioned 6 points and you win.
6 points and you win.
All right, Gary and Arnold. Good morning, Gary.
Morning. Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Gary, here we go. Here is your first song.
Gary, your first category is rock. So take the photographs and blank frames in your mind, hang it on a shelf in good health and good time.
Still.
Correct? Yes. Song by?
Green Day.
Yeah. Song is titled?
Can I take a lifeline?
If you choose, who would you like?
Riz.
The song is Good Riddance.
That is correct.
Hey!
I would have also accepted Time of Your Life.
All right, Gary. We got the 3 points.
All right, Gary.
We did that together, Gary.
You're on your own from here on out, pal.
Okay.
Pop is your next category. She was more like a blank queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round?
Can I hear that one more time?
She was more like a blank queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round.
You know this, Moon?
Beauty.
That is correct, Beauty.
All right. You didn't ask him to scat. Can you scat it just for me?
She was more like a blank queen from a movie scene. I said, I don't mind, what do you mean? I am the one with that talking around.
Gary, song by
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. And the song is titled
Billie Jean.
Hey, he's out of here.
Gary is the big winner. Hang on.
Gary was showing off, didn't even need the scat. Just all facts. Gary was all business. He wants those Morrissey tickets. He seemed like a Morrissey guy.
Gary, what tickets you want?
Disturbed, please.
Disturbed. Prove you wrong.
Well, not far off.
Different planet.
Not far off, though.
All right, Alex, hello.
Hello.
All right, Alex, here we go. Guess the lyrics.
Alex, good luck. Your first song is classic rock / pop, I would say.
All right.
Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. And now my blank heart aches with every step you take.
Can you scat it?
Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. And now my blank heart aches with every step you take.
Broken?
No.
Is it cold?
It is poor.
Poor.
It is poor heartache.
Do you know the artist, Alex?
No, I do not.
Oh, the Police.
The Police.
Police every step, or excuse me, every breath you take.
Oh, Alex, poor showing there.
Alex, well, you went for it, bud. Now you're on your own, but I believe in you.
Poor heart, poor showing.
Poor heart, poor showing.
Oh, no, we didn't clue him in.
We didn't clue him in, so we still got the lifeline.
You got a lifeline, my man. You got a lifeline, brother. You just can't miss any.
Here we go.
No pressure. This would be, I would say this is a classic song, a timeless classic. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blank day, the dark, sacred night.
Can you scat it again?
I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright, blank day, the dark, sacred night.
Sing it one more time.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blank day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself.
Blessed?
Correct.
All right.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay. Sung by?
Louis Armstrong?
Show me Louis Armstrong.
Killing it.
Good.
Very nice.
And the song is titled?
Are you shaking your head?
Oh.
Wonderful World?
What? We gonna get?
I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to him. It's What a Wonderful World, but I'm going to give it to you. Because you pulled that blessed right out of your butt crack.
Do it, Rafe.
What a wonderful world.
Oh, man. That's good.
All right. You got 3 points there. All right, final song.
Need some tea.
Alex.
You got this, bud. Pop is your category. And possibly alternative rock, depending on. I travel the world and the blank seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Can you scat it?
I travel the world and the blank seas. Everybody's looking for something.
7.
It is 7. Bye. Come on, pull it out of your brain cells, man. You do still have a lifeline if you want to use it.
Yeah, let me actually do a lifeline.
Who's it going to be?
Who do you like?
Riz.
Riz, the Eurythmics.
Since you pulled up the song, that was smart of you.
And the song is titled, what is it, Alex?
Sweet Dreams.
That's right.
Yes.
Made of this.
WNBC.
All right, what do you want? What tickets you want, Alex?
Disturb, please.
Disturb seems to be very
You guys
popular.
can go together, you and Gary.
Okay.
You guys can meet.
Alex wants the Disturb.
Good job, man.
Okay.
He pulled that out. He pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat after that first one.
Gina, hello.
Hello.
All right, Gina.
Hello.
Hi, Gina.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Hello. All
Can
right,
you hear
Gina.
me?
I got you. Here we go.
All right, Gina, classic rock is your first category. Good luck. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. Blank over the same old ground. What have we found?
Can you scat that, please?
We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. Blank over the same old ground. What have we found?
Stomping?
Running?
It's running.
You know the band? Gina?
TCR.
No. Pink Floyd. You know the song?
No.
Wish You Were Here.
Billie Jean.
Year after year. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right.
Okay. Next.
That one was not going to happen no matter what, so it's good to know. It wasn't just wasn't a snafu. You just didn't know it, and that's okay. You do have a lifeline. Good luck. Classic rock is the category we will remain in. Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a blank. No escape from reality.
One more time.
Why don't you scat it?
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a blank, no escape from reality.
Wait, hang on. Gina, what is it? Caught in a?
Landslide.
Yes.
Way to go, Gina.
Song is by?
Queen.
Yeah.
Song is called?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
You got it.
Is this just fantasy?
Good job, Gina. On to number 3.
Okay.
I love it, Gina. I do. I love you, Gina.
Gina.
All right, here we go. Final one. Let's go.
All right, Gina. This would be rock. Slowly walking down the hall. Faster than a blank. Where were you while we were getting high?
Cannonball.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need a lifeline. Moon.
Moon.
Show me. Oasis.
Oasis, yes.
Oasis.
Champagne Supernova.
Show me Champagne Supernova.
That is correct.
You're welcome.
Let's get a little Oasis up in here.
Oh, yeah.
Gina, what do you want?
Point Fest.
Point Fest, you're going.
All right. Good job, Gina.
Thank you. Be coming up.
Gina's the best.
Gina is the best.
That's who we need on World Optimism Day.
Yeah,
Gina's. More Gina's in the world.
Here we go. Take it.
How many special people change? How many lives are living strange?
Where were you while we were getting high?
Well, I wish they were coming to town, man.
Me too,
They're
dude.
so good.
Down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high?
We was getting high.
Someday you will find me.
Okay.
What? Oh, man.
I saw a nice,
jamming.
a cool clip of the first time Noel played that. He thought it was lost, and somebody found he played it in. Liam stormed off because he wanted a break, and he left him on stage, and he had just written it that day, and he played it at a live show.
Are you sure it was that or
I think it was Champagne
Don't Look
Supernova.
Back in
It
Anger.
might be Don't Look Back in Anger.
I
now
think
that
it was
you're
Don't
saying
Look
that.
Back in
You're
Anger.
right. You're right.
Which is another. That's my favorite.
That's a good one.
Great song.
Of the Oasis catalog. All right, one more contestant here. Let's go to Brittany. Hello, Brittany.
Let's see.
Good morning, guys, and Lern.
Good morning, Brittany. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Do this.
Classic. I would say Very classic rock. Good luck, Brittany. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your blank a long, lonely time.
Touch.
Correct.
Touch, yes. Who sings it?
Oh man.
Oh, my love.
Susan Boyle.
Susan. First of all, you looked it up. I know for a fact you looked it up.
Because Susan Boyle did it.
Because first,
Google.
Susan Boyle is the first thing that comes up.
Is that who?
Googling on the
You're
game.
Googling on the game.
Been caught Googling?
We'll give you.
Got caught Googling.
We'll give you the boot.
We'll give you the lyrics, so you get 1 point. But it is you're looking for the Righteous Brothers, and the song is called. Go ahead, you already looked it up, Brittany.
Google boot.
What's the song called?
Unchained Melody.
Read it off your phone. Unchained Melody. Yeah, that's right. Unchained Melody.
I think there should be a harsh Riz Google boot. Tell you what.
I'll give it the 1 point.
I mean, going forward.
I know. When you type it in, Susan Boyle comes up first.
Everybody's like,
Which is a travesty.
What?
But that's the first.
I caught you, Brittany.
Google boot.
All right.
Do this one on
Strike
your own.
one.
You got this.
All right, next.
Tisk, tisk, Brittany.
You could have just gone for the lifeline instead of cheating.
You know, or maybe she's a huge Susan Boyle fan. You know?
Susan Boyle. I
not.
confidently say Susan Boyle.
I was not confident at all.
You should have just asked one of us. Anyway, okay.
I know you oversold it with going up at the end like, Susan Boyle?
No.
Yeah. If you'd have said, Susan Boyle, I love that song, I might have believed you.
The last guy did it too, man.
You think not Gina?
Not Gina.
Don't
the guy,
you say that.
Gina.
Alex, you think Google? You think
One of them did. I heard Google booting all over the place.
all right, Brittany. Here we go.
Google booting. Well, if you're
1 point.
Googling, you suck. Brittany, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a blank place, and I don't know what to do.
Will you scat it for me?
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a blank place, and I don't know what to do. They give you enough time to Google it?
No, Crowded Place.
Oh, Crowded Place. You got it. Let me guess. Do you know who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, she got.
It's James Blunt.
Okay.
James Blunt.
And the song is called?
You're beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Oh, man, I'd have got this wrong. I thought it was David Gray.
Yeah.
No, James Blunt. One hit wonder, right?
Which one?
Does he have more
Are
songs?
they interchangeable?
David Gray was Babylon.
My life is brilliant.
I like sandwiches.
This song sucks.
Mustard and mayo on them.
My life is brilliant.
This song does suck.
My life is bread.
Brilliant.
I saw an angel.
We got to get to the hook.
Of that I'm sure. She smiled at me on the subway.
Three-finger combo.
With another.
If there's anybody that should have played
Are you
Bob
making
Dylan.
fun of me?
Bob Dylan in the movie. Look at that guy.
This is 20 years ago.
Couldn't tell you what he looked like.
You don't think he still looks like Bob Dylan?
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
Now play Babylon.
I saw your face.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Oh, sorry, we tased James Blunt.
Get out of here, James Blunt.
Susan Boyle just tased James Blunt.
Get out of here, James Blunt. All right. Final one. Brittany got the 3 points.
All right, Brittany. Put your phone
She
down.
just needs 2 points here, and she wins.
Here we go.
Don't put your phone down. She's on it.
Put your computer down.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. This would be country and music and western. A little curveball here, but should be easy. I got friends in low places where the whiskey blanks and the beer chases.
I got friends in low places. Will you scat it?
I got friends in low places where the whiskey blanks and the beer chases my blues.
Drowns.
There you go.
Show Me Drowns, yes.
You got it.
And the song is by?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, the song is called?
Is it Friends in Low Places?
It's in the title. It was in the, I sang it to you.
Blame it all on my roots. This is not Garth Brooks. Get this imposter out of
This
here.
is the team of Garth Brooks.
This has got 55 million views.
Yeah, because Garth's blocked his stuff
Garth-
on everyone.
He's the king of country.
Garth won't put nothing out.
This
Except
is not Garth Brooks?
You ain't paying for it. Garth ain't giving it to you. That's Chris Gaines.
Get this ham bone out of here.
You're right. This is not Garth. Get out of here.
Oh, my God.
Get out of here, fake Garth Brooks.
Did they put Garth's face on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a dirty move.
This is from, the Music Man
Imposter
41111111111. All right. Brittany, what do you want?
Could I have Disturbed, please?
You could have Disturbed tickets. All right, hang on.
Yay.
Here we go. We got 4 winners. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's right. Garth Brooks does not have any of his stuff on YouTube.
It's a bummer. I can't get him on Apple Music either.
Nope, not Spotify, nothing. You
I think
gotta
he's
buy.
I think he's on Amazon.
He's on
Music.
Amazon.
He's on Amazon, but they paid him a boatload of money because he kept his CDs in Walmart. And was like, I know my audience.
Exclusive. Even had exclusive releases.
This is Garth here.
Blame it all on my roots.
That's Garth.
This is old school. This is the 80s.
Ruined your black tie.
This is from whatever award show he did this at.
Oh, okay. Like 93 or 4 or something?
Whenever it was occurring.
Thought you'd see there.
Yeah, Garth Brooks is one of the last holdouts of like putting his stuff up on streaming. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he knows his value and all they do is steal.
I've toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. I got friends
in low places
where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my
We were at a resort once. It was karaoke night. And they called out a name, and that man didn't show up. And I saw what song it was. And I got up there, and I did Friends in Low Places.
I bet you killed it.
Nice.
Killed it.
It's a great one for a karaoke
I also
song.
had every tape destroyed to be doing it. I made sure I went around and collected
I'm sure we
everybody's
could find
phones and erased it. Erased the video of it. All right. Well, thank you, Rafe. Congratulations, winners. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do some news, and we have some Lambert International Airport news for you. Lambert passenger total for 2024, biggest in 21 years.
Oh, dang.
How many people do you think traveled through Lambert Airport last year? Well, we'll chop it up next. It's 8:35. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have a right-hand shoulder block due to an incident 270 westbound at Limburg. From Limburg to James S. McDonald Boulevard. Your point forecast mostly cloudy. High of 48 right now. It is 38 at the Point Studio.
.7 The Point. AO. Let's go. It's Liv Maddox, broadcasting live from the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and I am joined now by the one, the only Jelly Roll.
Yeah, baby.
How are you, sir?
I feel like I'm back home, man. I love St. Louis. It's one of my favorite cities in America for dozens of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last time I was here was just sheer disappointment because Point Fest got rained out that day. And
Yeah,
Oh,
we're still mourning that. And the crazy thing is that, you know, I wasn't here yet when that happened, but I keep hearing that when that announcement came out that it had to be pushed out, and then you couldn't make the scheduled show, people were so upset. You've got St. Louis in the palm of your hand, man. How does that feel?
No. I just love St. Louis, and they love me. I've been coming here for years. We used to play Pops.
Yep.
I probably played Pops 30 times in my life.
And now here you are at the Hollywood Casino
This is
Amphitheater.
awesome. Yes. with limited tickets. You like limited.
All right, Missouri sports fans, great news. Underdog is available to play in our state. That's right. Now, Underdog is the best app for the big game. The best app is not on your plate. It's not on the crock pot. It's not on TV. It's on your phone. Underdog is the easiest way to get in on the action and cash in on your sports knowledge. Just pick higher or lower on player stats, yards, touchdowns, even interceptions, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. I've been using Underdog all season long. I love it. So I'm going to add a little excitement to the big game on Sunday. I think Patty Mahomes is going to be hot. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be not so hot. And if you think you know better, make your picks in just a couple taps and ride along. And with Underdog's cash out option, you could tap the win now whenever you want. Plus, if an early injury ruins your entry, Underdog Rescues has your back with promo refunds. So Underdog is the best place to play champions. Sign up now with promo code Riz and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And if you're here in Missouri, you'll get an extra $50 when you play your first $5 entry. Must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Everywhere you look at me, you can see I'm in a brace. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. And every time I look at you, girl, you know it's true. Yeah, you got a giant halo right there on your face. Hello, hi. Howdy. Hello, hi. That was Beyonce's Halo.
Of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we? We're good. Great. It's good to be here. Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as, whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them, and they know who we are, as people, like, oh, hey, Ben, or hey, Jason. We're like, oh, my God.
It's still getting used to it after 2 months.
Yeah, and it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment of breakdown, I would think, between, being a fan and they seem so distant, and now they're a peer. And I think that probably takes a while to digest.
That's your word.
Yeah, it took some liberty with that word, but closer than maybe the average. It's awesome. Yeah. Quiet and respect. We're getting all the fans set up here because it's toasty. It is hot
as.
as.
Good thing it's not hot today.
Yeah. It's fine.
Because that would be uncomfortable.
It's fine. You can still get your tickets. It'll cool down when the sun goes down.
True. Hot and no swearing.
Where's all the fun in
Why
that?
am I here? I'm just kidding.
Now, I will say, again, as a fan, some of my favorite concert experiences have been at Breaking Benjamin shows. And I saw you guys last winter for your Unplugged tour. And that was cool as hell to have such an intimate experience with you guys after seeing you guys on such a huge stage like this. So what is that like from you guys to go from a tiny venue to a big venue? What's the pros and cons of each?
I think every band will say the same thing, It's more intimate, like you said. And then this is just like, who wouldn't want this? So it's totally different animals, but they both have their allure, and we like to do it all. And we like to play acoustic because it's like bare bones and what do you call it? it's.
I mean, it's more
raw.
stripped down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
it really
something we
is.
enjoy doing. We get to kind of be ourselves a little bit more. There's not as much of the pressures with productions and time frames and budgets and.
It's
things
more like
that.
hanging out.
It really, that's how it felt as somebody that was at a show. I remember, I think, Ben, you were like, I got to take a piss. You walked off stage, and then you guys just busted into hunger strike.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
That's true. But it's not as easy to do that when you have, 15,000 people.
I still would do that.
So if Ben disappears from stage,
You'll know. I have no. Yeah, you know. You've seen us enough to know that I have no filter. I just keep it
Absolutely.
real. If I gotta piss, hey guys, I'll be back. Gotta take a dump. Same time.
I love that brutal honesty. Another thing I love about you guys
That hasn't happened yet, thank God.
Yeah, tonight's a new night, man.
Yeah, to me.
No. Another thing that I really love that I've seen you guys do and a handful of other bands do is, and I know you don't do this at every show, so if you're coming tonight, do not expect this, is halfway through the show, you'll just start bringing kids on stage. Now, what goes into that? Why is that something you guys do?
Well, I've been doing it lately towards the end of this one because I've been seeing kids like singing every single word and just like having the greatest time, and I think that they would like to, because some people, and I get it, some kids are like no because they're scared, but I can tell the ones that are super like into it and want to, and those are the ones that I like to, if they want to,
I figured this out later than I wish I did, but I figured it out nonetheless, and that is that not all financial institutions are created equal. And I figured that out when I started working with Together Credit Union, because they are just absolutely incredible. They have helped my wife and I and our family really get a better sense of financial education, how important it is, what to know, and that there are all sorts of big ways and small ways that you can really help your financial health, help your family. And one of those things is what they're offering over at Together Credit Union. They launched this brand new high-yield checking account called Empower Checking. Not all checking accounts or savings accounts are created equal either. There's all sorts of little details and nuances that you can really sort of use to help you. Now, the Empower Checking lets you earn above market interest on the money that you keep in your day-to-day checking account. And interest is paid to you each month. It's a checking account that rewards you for balances and not activity. Check it out. Ask your questions to the pros over at Together Credit Union. There's 14 area locations that you can walk into and work directly with one of their amazing member advocates. There's one close to you right now, wherever you are. You can get paid to save with Empower Checking. Visit togethercu.org/empower for full terms and details. Membership eligibility is required, and anybody can become a member. Together Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Check them out. 14 area locations and online at togethercu.org.
I'm a fan, I'm a freaking nerd, I'm a big fan. St. Louis City has my heart, and Together Credit Union has made it so very easy for me. Not only have they dressed me well with this lovely scarf, but they gave me access to the St. Louis City SC Visa card. The credit and the debit card exclusive to Together Credit Union members, but it's gotten me 10% off food and bev in the stadium at the home opener. It got me 10% off at the team store, which is beautiful, by the way. And you know how Riz and I are super cheap with our time. We don't like to stop or wait in lines because we're prissy, we're crybabies, whatever. I got express entry because of this little card right here, so you can get it too at Together Credit Union. I love them. Go City! All for City!
Hey everybody, it's Jeff Burton from the Rizzuto Show. Thanks for tuning into the Facebook takeover with, my goodness, Taylor Momsen. How you doing?
Hello.
All right, welcome back to the program. Let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
All right, so if I were to ask you, how many people went through Lambert International Airport, our fair airport up the road? How many people went through in 2024? That includes people departing, arriving, connecting flights. How many people went through Lambert in 2024? Let's throw out a number.
I don't know. You know, it's weird. I immediately saw this could be way over 21 million.
21 million. All right, 21 million.
I was going to say like 800.
800 people.
So I'm way off.
Hey, would you have any idea, Moon?
No, not really. Fewer than should have.
There's Southwest Hub. So I could see it being high.
Well, I will tell you that the busiest airport in the country is the one in Atlanta. So Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta International. Last year, they saw 62.7 million people go through.
Okay.
I think 21's not a bad guess at all. Although, if they're the number one, I'm telling
Number
you,
one with 62.7 million.
I'm telling you, it's fewer than it should be. We're literally in the middle of the country. We should be, whatever.
Rolling in the people.
Yes, dude. We should be really like going all out to make our airport just an absolute, just like it was in the old days when it was a hub for multiple. You know, a main hub. I mean, I know we're one of Southwest hubs, but we're not their home. Remember when we were in the home? When we were the home of TWA and a couple other ones?
Well, I will tell you that Lambert Airport for 2024, 16 million passengers, which is up. The exact number is 15,946,730 passengers. Again, that includes people departing, arriving, connecting, and that's up 7.1% from 2023. And that figure is also the highest since 2019, the year before the start of the pandemic, and that nationwide slide in air traffic. That year's total was 15.88 million. Now, the figures, while, yes, higher year to year, at its peak was when we were the TWA hub. Back in 01, the peak was 30.6 million.
30.
So back in 01, in the year 2000, peak 30.6 million. Now we're happy that it's 16 million.
This is not a good thing.
The total drastically dropped in 2004 after American Airlines announced they were cutting more than half of its flights in and out of Lambert. So last year's total was the highest since the 20.4 million figure for 2003. So
make it privately owned. Somebody buy it.
And now the city owns it. The city of St. Louis owns the airport. Remember, they said they're going to put a whole bunch of money into it.
Take that Rams money.
No, they can't figure that out.
Oh, God.
Well, I just figured it out.
Well, they've already got money allocated to the airport.
I know, but we're always just fixing things. We're not,
I thought, remember, we had that story. There's going to be some drastic improvements.
I know. I'm from the Show Me State.
Well, they're trying to show you.
Yeah,
They're
they've
going
been
to start
trying
showing
to show
you.
me for 20 years, and it's always just.
They're going to start to show you that they're making
Horse
improvements. Hopefully, I'm being optimistic today, Moon. Today is National.
If there's
Optimistic
anything
Day.
I'm just so beaten down with as far as optimism, it's the airport. I'm an absolute pessimist with this airport. If it's going to be owned by the St. Louis City and they're going to continue to do things the way they're going to do, we'll be happy with half of our numbers from 20 years prior.
They got a Shake Shack, dude.
What
do you want?
Have you seen the new airport lounge? It's awesome.
Only open a certain amount of time. All right, so speaking of flying, there are some lies afoot. And Expedia put out their 2025 Air Hacks report. So they're basically debunking some myths. So, like, you heard the myth that summer is always the most expensive time to travel. Not entirely true. July is the cheapest month to travel. March is the most expensive. So traveling in March is the most expensive. July is the cheapest. Traveling economy in July instead of March can save you 11%.
Dang.
March is spring break.
Yeah, I just would think that with so much going on in July.
Nope. March is the most expensive month to fly. The day of the week I book my flight doesn't matter? That's not true. Booking on Sunday is the best day of the week to book. Booking on the right day can make a world of difference. Sunday is officially the cheapest day to book flights. You could save up to 10% compared to booking on a Friday. Okay? The day of the week I travel doesn't affect the cost. Wrong. Thursdays and Fridays are the cheapest days to depart. Thursdays and Fridays are the cheapest days to depart.
I always find my best deals, I feel like, in the middle of the week.
Domestic travelers who depart on Friday instead of Monday can save up to 23%. On the international front, Thursday is the cheapest day to fly. You could save up to 7% compared to flying on a Saturday.
Huh.
I'm telling you, this is
I always feel like
Expedia.
they try to jam you on weekend travel.
I thought so too.
That's interesting to hear.
The further you book ahead, the cheaper the flight. Not true.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot.
Yep, there's a magic window. So booking too far in advance can actually cost you more.
Is it 4 to 6 weeks, I think? Or
When traveling domestic, booking 63 to 72 days out can save you up to 16%.
Yeah, because you got to find the sweet spot between when they think they're going to get this amount and then when they haven't sold as many tickets as they wish by a certain point.
Domestic, 63 to 72 days. Internationally, 43 to 54 days. Another myth is every flight I take always seems full. Tuesday is the quietest day to travel, with Friday the busiest.
You ever been on an empty flight?
Yes.
Yep.
It's been so many years for me. But
It's been a long time, but I was one of 5 people on a flight once.
Oh, my gosh. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Our band flew, and I think there was maybe 10 people total, but it felt like, dude, it felt like a private.
Will they still do that, or do they just cancel the flight?
I don't know, but like it was a 2-hour flight. It was from Newark to here. It was one of those three in a row, like one. It was a small plane.
Two and one.
Yeah, 2 and 1. Yeah, so 3 in 1 row. It was great.
We flew back from D.C. right when COVID hit in March of like 2020, and it was weird because it was just there's probably 7 people on a big Southwest flight. It was like right March 7th, 2020, right when they were like starting to be like, hey, everybody needs to go inside. We were visiting her parents, and I remember being on the flight and just being like, this feels like
weird.
Everybody got raptured.
Yeah. yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah, but hey,
Is anyone in the cockpit?
I laid across the seats. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome, but it was bizarre.
One more thing. If you enjoy being patted down by strangers and blue rubber gloves, do everything on this list next time you fly.
Okay.
So an expert in airport management and security came up with a list of unexpected things that could get you flagged by the TSA. Number 1, to get you flagged by the TSA is being dressed wrong for the weather. Like having way too many layers on in the summer. It could mean you're trying to hide something. These are very obvious things, like yawning a lot. And he says when people are stressed, they tend to want more oxygen. Not making eye contact. It's another sign you're nervous and have something to hide. Being extra chatty. Being extra chatty with TSA could get you patted down because they might think you're trying to distract them. Using way too much cologne or perfume. They might think you're trying to mask the smell of drugs. And arguing or being aggressive. It's a surefire way to get some extra attention. They might search you just to punish you for being a jerk. So stay calm. Just get through the line. Have some chill. It's all good. The yawning thing is the thing that kind of got me.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're seeing a lot of people going through there with slippers and sweatpants,
Right.
and they're all yawning because they've been flying all day.
Right. The National Retail Federation expects Americans to spend a record amount on Valentine's Day, $27.5 billion. Shoppers will spend an average of $189, up $3 from Valentine's Day last year. And as usual, the most popular purchases will be flowers, greeting cards, and an evening out. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch wants you to stop calling their beer domestic
Why?
and start calling it American beer instead.
Oh.
Yep. Budweiser already uses the slogan Great American Lager, but the CEO wants stores and restaurants to stop using domestic for any beer made in the U.S. He sent a memo out to distributors encouraging them to start using the term American beer. Quote, it's about time the whole industry begins to unilaterally use one of the strongest adjectives available to us, American.
Do
He
other
said-
breweries do this? Like other brewers that, like Dos Equis, isn't that a
Mexican beer?
Mexican beer? Does it say domestic in Mexico or does it say Mexican beer
don't
just
know.
everywhere?
Hecho in Mexico?
Or Sol, right?
Sol.
Sol is the other one.
That's right.
A Red
Our
Stripe in
Brazilian-owned
Jamaica?
company is making 100% American
There,
beer.
first of all, it's Belgian.
It's both.
Oh, what? Is it
And
both?
Bev. I think it's
Ah.
Brazil and Belgium.
Okay.
Either way, not America.
Yeah, but Budweiser is brewed right here.
I get it.
Right down the street.
I just
And
think it's kind of
I don't know.
pandering.
Down the street is, to me,
I agree,
America.
dude.
Total pandering, but
Yeah.
pretty genius, honestly. Because you like,
American beer, dude.
they found a problem where there wasn't a problem, but it actually is a fix.
Well, the pendulum has swung.
He says domestic should be reserved for less glamorous things, and he conceded that domestic is accurate too. Yes, yes, fine, it's accurate, but argued it doesn't fully capture the, quote, spirit of passion that's intrinsic to the American beer industry.
It's not.
It's just the opposite of import. You know what I mean? Like domestic, imported. Like, do all the other beers have, like Lern said, do we have to say, like, this is Netherlands beer, this is Swiss beer? You know what I mean? Like, we don't say that. We don't say Guinness is Irish beer. We say it's an import.
But yes, but
it's just
he doesn't
shorthand.
He doesn't like the word domestic. Yeah. And that's fine. So he's encouraging all the distributors to call Budweiser products
Who
American
is the
beer.
president of Budweiser now?
That's the CEO.
That's not, is that a new CEO? Because that sounds like a new CEO move. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to find.
But come in here, I'm going
things
to pee on
change.
everything to make sure people know this is mine.
We'll mark your territory.
It sounds pretty brilliant, to be honest.
I'm all for it. Is anybody worried about an asteroid hitting America? Not America, the world, Earth.
Praying for it every day.
Wow, on Optimism Day.
I think a lot of people agree with me right now. It's like, let's just get this thing over
Well,
with.
there's a chance.
You believe in the afterlife? That's optimistic.
Yeah, it's optimistic. You all meet your maker. Don't worry about it.
Take me now.
Imagine the line. Ugh.
I hate to say it, but in 2032, there's a chance. Astronomers in Chile, just spotted a massive asteroid with a 1.3% chance of hitting Earth in 2032.
That's a bigger chance than I'm stoked to hear about.
And that might not sound high, but, you know, there's this 98.7% chance it won't hit us.
7 years.
But it's fairly scary when you consider the stakes. Like they say it's around 100 meters or just over 300 feet wide. I mean, it's not big enough to be a planet killer.
That won't take us.
But it's not going to be good.
That's going to take somebody. Some quadrant of the world.
Now, so 300 feet wide. According to space.com, and I did the research here, it would create a massive crater, destroy buildings up to 9 miles away, shatter windows more than 60 miles away, trigger a massive earthquake that would destroy stuff over a much larger area. It would also kick up a ton of dust, debris that would linger in the atmosphere, or if it hit the ocean, it would cause a massive tsunami.
So it's going to be an annoying asteroid. Can we get just can we just get the Big Bang one again? Like, can we get like a...
Just to give you an idea.
This is the Hurricane Chris of asteroids.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea. So this is 300 feet wide. An asteroid half the size, so 150 feet wide, hit eastern Russia in 1908. It flattened 80 million trees over an area of about 800 square miles.
You ever seen a crater? You ever been to one?
No.
I've been to that one out west, and I believe the size of the thing that hit the ground was the size of like a Beetle, like a Volkswagen Beetle. And dude, the crater is the size of a zip code. It's the craziest looking thing. And you walk up to it, and the wind hits it, and it's this enormous hole. And it was created by a car-sized rocket.
Well, again, I mean, we're talking about a 1.3% chance, so probably none of this happens.
Well,
one expert says he expects it to pass by harmlessly. He said it just deserves a little more attention with telescopes until we can, 100% confirm that. Because of its orbit, we might not know for sure until 2028. So we've got 4 years to potentially do something about it.
Bruce Willis,
Ben Affleck.
come out of retirement.
What's Ben Affleck doing? Let's get him up there.
Get Cousin Eddie, too.
Get him on standby.
1908 is when that other asteroid hit Russia?
Russian one, yeah.
Man, there had to be like somebody in the woods. 80 million trees is pretty big, right? That's a big surface area.
800 square miles this thing affected.
Yeah, there had to be like somebody out in that woods.
Look at this thing.
That was just like, what's that?
Half hammered on vodka?
Flattened. Yeah, just got flattened, man.
This is the thing I've been out to, and it is.
Where's that at?
It's in Arizona. Meteor crater. Dude, it's...
Look up the 1908 Russian asteroid hit.
1908.
1908. Actually, it...
Look at that, dude. It just flattened trees like fur on the back of a dog.
Now, was the impact like I don't know what you would call it, the concussiveness of the impact flatten the trees, or was the asteroid wide enough to hit?
It was only 150 feet wide.
So it was like the rumbling of the ground.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
The concussive force knocked trees over.
What are you going to do? You know,
I'm not
it's
gonna
that
do
day.
anything.
You're going to just.
Well, again, they'll know in 2028 if it's going to hit us or not.
Okay. So let's worry about it for a
So
couple years.
hey, let's chill.
But, like,
just have it in the back of your head.
Okay.
Just have it in the back of your head.
Like, do you sit at your house? Do you go somewhere and gather? Like, where would you want to be?
Away from the impact zone.
Well, for sure. But, like, let's say it's
Not there.
Let's say it's going to hit America. It's going to hit Texas.
Texas.
So we're going to probably feel
The good
something.
thing is that they will know far enough in advance to say, get out of this area at this time.
I'm just going to try to jump right when it hits.
Oh, yeah, like an elevator?
Texas would be bad news because that's on our fault line, isn't it?
Nice try, asteroid.
Yeah.
Who knows what will happen?
On the New Madrid? I'm assuming Texas would be bad for us.
All right, we got Antiques Roadshow coming to town when?
May?
Is it May?
I think so.
It's in the spring. I can't remember the date.
And it's like you need to get tickets for it.
Sweepstakes.
Yeah, there's sweepstakes for it.
Yeah, you get
May
2 free
13th.
appraisals.
May 13th.
They haven't said where yet. I'm assuming
It's
the dome.
gotta be at the
Gotta be the
Dome.
dome, right?
I love hearing the stories that people find. I watched a whole YouTube video yesterday of a woman brought her dad passed away, and he had a box full of watches, like old watches. And she brought him down to the Antiques Roadshow, and she had like $75,000 worth of watches.
Holy smokes.
Old Rolexes, like really rare, rare stuff. And now, there was a newly discovered Vincent van Gogh painting worth $15 million found at a dusty Minnesota garage sale.
That was legit.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. I saw that they suspected.
They think this is real. A buyer put down less than $50 for this thing. Whoa. So they didn't even know this was it. They didn't even know he painted this. So it depicts a fisherman smoking a pipe. It was made in 1889, the same year Van Gogh did Starry Night. You know, Van Gogh did Starry Night while he was at a psych ward.
I love that. That makes me love it even
in southern
more.
France.
It's one of my favorite paintings of all time.
So the painting was bought at a Minnesota garage sale by an anonymous antiques collector for less than $50 a couple years ago, and is believed now to be worth $15 million, according to a team of roughly 20 experts on this. Now, to determine if this was a real Van Gogh, like a group of conservators, scientists, historians, all got together to study this thing. The experts matched red pigment in the painting to a brand of paint used in southern France that Van Gogh would have used. The piece depicts a fisherman with a white beard repairing his net next to an empty shoreline with the word Elamar, likely the subject's name, scrawled in the lower right-hand corner. And the painting still needs to be given a thumbs up by the Vincent van Gogh Museum, but they're pretty sure
That's neat.
that this is the real deal.
It's the guy. It's just the guy's face, right? It's like a portrait kind of thing.
No, it's a fisherman who's repairing a net.
You guys got favorite painters? Like somebody that stands out, like a well-known painter that you loved? Like for me, it's Chuck Close, who passed away a couple years ago, I believe. And we have a Chuck Close painting at the SLAM, St. Louis Art Museum. He used to do kind of like pointillism, beautiful photos or beautiful paintings of people's faces. And when you would get up closer to it, you'd see little dots, and then you back away and it looked like a damn photo. So cool.
I don't have a favorite.
Really?
I like art. Like,
Yeah.
I got stuff on the wall, but I'm not loyal to anybody. Like, I'm like, oh, I need to see the latest blah, blah, blah.
Like a Picasso.
Yeah.
I love Thomas Cole.
Who's Thomas Cole?
Tommy Cole.
What'd he do?
There's a
What
lot.
didn't he do?
There's a lot of his stuff, I believe, at the St. Louis Art Museum.
Like you do
as well.
landscapes or people or
Yeah,
abstract?
big scapes. I think
Big paint by
this
numbers
is-
guy. Stayed within the lines.
I think this is one of the Thomas Cole ones that I
Heard
love
of
so much.
Bob Ross, dude?
Yeah, Bobby Ross.
That's like a Renaissance
Robert
painting.
Ross.
Yeah, it's pretty dark stuff, but it's one of those where it's like you stare at it for a while, and every 15 minutes you see another piece that can be interpreted for something
I
else.
like when you stare and you see the sailboat that you don't see. Who paints those?
You gotta get you cross your eyes
You gotta
and then
cross your-
back
Who
up.
paints those? I love that. That's my favorite artist.
I love a painting with stories.
All right, one final story here. When did you start drinking coffee? As a kid?
6 years old.
6? Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Is that why you're short?
Yes. No, I started drinking it with my grandma. My grandma's beauty shop was in my dad's basement, so I'd go down there and drink coffee and watch ladies smoke cigarettes and get perms. And I loved it.
Well, what was the old like wives' tale? Like, hey, if you drink coffee, it's going to stunt your growth.
Yeah, I could have been 6'2", dude.
You could have been. But damn coffee.
Yeah.
Grandmas would say drinking coffee too young will stunt your growth. And science says, so grandma says it's going to stunt your growth. Science says drinking coffee too young may kill you.
Oh, God. Yeah, let me hear this.
Yep, according to new health guidelines. And listen, talking to my 13-year-old daughter, you know, she talks about girls her age and in her grade going to Starbucks almost every day.
That's surprising.
And getting these caffeinated, you know, heavily caffeinated drinks.
Yeah, my sister, who's 14 years younger than me, she isn't a coffee person. So I feel like it was a generation thing. Like the young people today aren't doing it as much, but it sounds like they are.
According to new health guidelines, kids and teenagers between 5 and 18 should never have caffeine. They should also limit their intake of 100% juice and flavored milks and avoid sugar-sweetened beverages and drinks containing artificial sweeteners. Instead, they should stick to water and plain milk. Now, experts are concerned because a lot of energy drinks have large amounts of caffeine, and too much can cause sleep issues, high blood pressure, anxiety. Caffeine withdrawal adds, you know, its own problems, including headaches. In extreme cases, we've had the stories, and this is why St. Louis Bread Co. took those caffeinated lemonades off. Like, kids have even died.
Yeah.
Caffeine is a stimulant, and pediatricians say it can impact younger bodies differently than adults, and kids may be less equipped to manage the mental and physical side effects. And that being said, restricting your kids to just water and plain milk, it's a tall order. Actually, it's a grande, if not a venti.
Oh, cute.
You know, because number one, coffee culture has become firmly entrenched, even for many teenagers. Virtually every drink that's targeted at kids includes sugar, artificial sweeteners, or caffeine, quote-unquote, energy. And caffeine also shows up in sneaky ways in some foods and drinks, you know, stuff like charged drinks, chocolate bars, some protein bars, herbal drinks, and quote-unquote energy-boosting gums and snacks. Research shows that nearly a quarter of teens have caffeine all or most days of the week.
I'd rather my son drink coffee than a damn Red Bull.
I was
Any
a
day.
Dr. Pepper addict. I was destined to be 6'1", but here I am.
There you are. God, we could have been like Giselle.
Dr. Pepper, man.
A couple of giraffes, you know.
The doctor did me wrong.
I loved the smell of coffee. I remember my grandma had these sugar cubes, you know, so I'd go down there and it was pretty much sugar with a little bit of coffee and a ton of milk, and that's how I drink it still to this day.
Yeah, I used to love, we'd go to Kroger's and my mom would let me, they had the bean grinder in the aisle.
Yeah.
So you'd like get the coffee, the Folgers, and then you dump the beans into the grinder and hold the little bag under it.
Yeah, that was cool.
The smell of it. Plus, it was just cool to get to do it.
Well, it was almost like operating heavy machinery.
Yeah, for a little kid, I'm just like, I'm basically a captain of industry at this point. I just grinded these beans.
Juan Valdez, look out.
Yeah.
There's a new kid on the
I
block.
loved it. You know, the smell of it was just so, it's like, anytime I smell that specific smell, like I'm
Takes you
standing in Kroger's and my little knockoff ruse, which were called Rat Packs. Remember when you could put your lunch money in your shoes?
Yeah.
There was a
little pouch.
I couldn't afford the ruse.
The ruse.
Yeah. It was kind of a slap in the face, but Walmart sold one called Rat Packs and it had a rat on it. And had a little.
Rats don't have pouches.
I know. And you didn't have to, plus, like, you didn't have to like make the poor kids feel like rats.
That's not a marsupial at all.
You didn't have to make them feel like vermin. You could have said, yeah, thank you, anything. Could have tried a little Walmart.
It could have been a possum.
But you know what? Still a nice memory.
Good.
Still a nice sense memory. Not letting them take that away from you.
I used to like my coffee light and sweet. What an idiot.
What? Get out of here. Go get yourself a macchiato.
No, now I drink my coffee pretty much black. I'll put a little splash of half and half in there. A little splash.
Tell you what, I'm becoming a Dunkin' man.
Are you? That stuff gives me diarrhea.
I'm kind of out on
Thanks to our
Starbucks.
sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts.
I love their donuts.
Sponsoring news. I
and
love
when
Dunkin'.
I want a good cleanse, colonblow.com/Dunkin'.
That means it's working.
No way.
I just feel like
Love
it's
Dunkin'
more
coffee.
affordable. They don't try to be anything it's not. I'm tired of this Starbucks. Starbucks, I'm out on you. I'm tired of your little, oh, no, everyone's welcome. Just kidding. We're not corporate. Yes, we are. No, we're not. We're a coffee shop again. We write your name in marker. I'm like, get out of here. Dunkin' doesn't try
Not
to be
gonna fool
anything it's
me.
not. Dunkin's just it's a diarrhea factory, and I love it. They don't try to not be that.
Diarrhea factory.
That's
It
what
is.
coffee.
It's okay.
Coffee's
It's
a diuretic.
Hey, don't sleep on scooters either. That's like a newer thing that's popping up, dude.
Got one of
And they
those
got
by my
some
house, too.
Products like
They put a Scooters and a
drive-thrus?
Dunkin'
Yeah.
in
It's a
South City,
drive-thru.
dude. And it's right by my house. There's a Starbucks, a Scooters, and a Dunkin'. The
that a
war
local?
has begun.
that
The
a
war
local
for
thing?
South
No.
Kings Highway has begun.
It's regional, I believe.
Oh, it is.
And also
Caldi's got the nice little pop-up on
Clarkson.
Clarkson.
Yeah, I got the Holy Trinity, dude. We got new Starbucks coming in. We have Dunkin' and we have Caldi's. I am like caffeinated forever.
Oh, so you're gonna skip the Caldi's and go to
Scooters?
Starbucks?
No, I like to go to Caldi's and spend
Scooters is
$30
up
and
the street
get
from
a
your
ton of
house.
stuff.
Yeah. Here's why I funk with the Dunk. I spent $13, and I got a big ass hot. It was like a hot lava cake latte or something. It was good. It was only 130 calories. I don't know how I didn't do the math. I'm like, this can't
Only
be real.
130 calories.
I don't know. I don't know how they're doing it at Dunk. I don't know if they're just
sip.
lying to me. It's per sip. Maybe it's like per ice cube. And then I got hash browns and like a little chicken wrap for breakfast after I went to the gym Sunday morning. And it was like at Starbucks, that's a $30 order.
I love going to Starbucks to get an Impossible breakfast sandwich because not a lot of places
It's
have
good.
options like that. But no, I can get coffee anywhere. I'm not a snob. I like
Well,
it. wherever.
Starbucks, they just throw that right in the microwave.
I'm just trying to
Hey, but it's
sandwiches.
perfect, okay? It's damn perfection in my mouth. I'm going to get one after the show.
Juan Valdez died.
Yeah.
From the mountains of Colombia.
He was on the Exxon Valdez when I went down.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Juan Valdez and his trusty donkey?
Donkey?
Was
Burro.
it a burro?
I think it was a burro.
I think Beavis
He
and
has a
Butthead.
steed.
I think Beavis and Butthead had a whole Juan
You don't
Valdez.
remember Juan Valdez? He was what coffee company? It was
Juan Valdez.
he was like the official spokesperson for
Folgers?
No, for
Was it Colombian coffee?
Oh,
I believe so.
I don't
Oh,
know.
it is in these hills that Juan Valdez and his
R.I.P.
trusty
to Juan.
goat.
Was it a goat?
Yeah, well,
He had a goat? I
in
thought it was
the
a-
Beavis and
a
Butthead
burro.
shtick that I still remember.
it was his own coffee. I think it was Juan Valdez coffee.
Nah, was it?
I think it was Colombian coffee was the
Colombian
brand.
Juan.
Colombian.
I love that name.
R.I.P. Juan Valdez. That bums me out. All right, we'll take a break.
So Beavis and Butthead, they do a whole thing about Juan Valdez and his trusty goat over Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun because the video starts with this panning of a mountain scene, and Butthead starts in on a Juan Valdez thing.
That's great.
All right, sports next. It is 9:14. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. I think one final look. Moon coming at you.
Oh man, I never realized how much Beavis and Butthead really did affect my life. Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We got a right lane blocked on right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 64 eastbound just after 170. Your point forecast mostly cloudy. High of 48. Right now it's 38 at the Point Studio.
All right, top 10 cities for NFL fans. Who's higher on the list? Philly or Kansas City? We'll let you know next. Stay there.
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek Fire.
Hey!
Gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie.
So guys, how'd it go today?
Well, it went excellently.
Yeah, man.
You know why? Because so we had, just to fill anybody in, we had a bunch of technical difficulties, and it really wasn't anyone's fault, but a whole bunch of stuff was going wrong. But I tell you what, man, the St. Louis crews worked so hard. Everybody is friendly here. Thank goodness for Midwestern hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody did such a great job fixing it. We got it on. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because it gave a few more minutes for these seats to fill up. And boy, St. Louis was ready, man. Like it was such a good crowd. And opening the main stage can be very difficult.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's a gig that some people.
Well, we're about a week out from Valentine's Day. Maybe you haven't made plans. Well, or maybe you feel like I don't want to make plans because I'm by myself and you're a lady. Well, guess what? Don't miss. DraftKings at Casino Queens has got you covered, ladies, because they got a Galentine's Day pop-up event. Sunday, February 16th. Hourly seating from 11 to 2 p.m. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. $75. You join them for their exclusive covered in chocolate takeover. Create floral arrangements with Noon Plus Moon. Craft custom bath salts with Mama's Rehab. Snap selfies with the AWS balloons, photo ops, and enjoy a decadent brunch complete with elaborate charcuterie display. We just talked about how dope a charcuterie is. Plus, they got a dessertini station and the bubbly bar, so you can have a little champagne, have a little dessertini, have a girls' night out, celebrate Galentine's Day. You don't need no man. Each attendee can enter to win a Michael Kors purse valued at $1,000. Somebody's going to walk away with a $1,000 purse. Space is limited. Purchase tickets in advance at DraftKings and CasinoQueen.com. And don't forget, every Saturday in February from 6 to 9 p.m., you can win a share of $60,000 in royal free play. So go on a Saturday, go to the casino, get in on this $60,000 of royal free play, stay the night in one of their beautiful hotel rooms, and then go to Galentine's Day with the gals. For more information, go to DraftKings and CasinoQueen.com. If you feel like you have a gambling problem, call 1-888-BETS-OFF.
Well, here we are at the Chaffetz Arena, gigantic show tonight with the Killers, joined by Brandon and Ronnie. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love the album. Wonderful, Wonderful is out now. It is it's such a great record. I think very much worth the wait. I want to know first things first about Jackknife Lee. That produced this record for you. I know there were a couple of other guys as well that did a track, but I want to know about a producer and what his role is with you guys and how you know he's the right one to work with you guys on something like this.
Well, it's different. I mean, every producer is a very, it's a very, that word casts a very large net.
Mm-hmm.
They can be, there are some people that just get in a room and sit Indian style and give you vibe. And some people that, the other end of the spectrum is actually, they play with you and they're like a fifth member of the band. Jackknife was kind of everything.
He sat Indian style and he played.
Yeah, he was everything.
Yeah, he was all. He's definitely took the holistic approach.
Yeah, but I'm always very interested when, because that's a big thing to let somebody in. I mean, that's the innermost circle of the band. So there has to be a lot of trust that develops over probably a short period of time in order for that to happen.
Yeah, you have to go with your gut, and you meet. We met with a lot of different people, and we've met a lot of people along the way, and it was just instantly, we were drawn towards him and felt comfortable around him, so it made it easy.
Very good. I'm always amazed when great songs like Run for Cover, I hear and read stories about how it's been around for a number of years. Do you keep everything around with the hopes that maybe one day it turns into something? Or are there those that eventually you go, you know what? I think this one's been around for a while. Like, how do you know that there's something there to keep it around?
We haven't, it's rare for us. It's this one in particular, just my brother kept emailing me.
Yeah.
And that was, kept it in my mind. And because he's a fan of this song. And so I think without that, without that prodding from him, I don't think I would have, brought it back and pursued it the way that we did. But yeah, we don't have any more laying around that are that good, that have been around that long.
I always wondered because, some bands will say that once they write it for whatever that session is, it's gone. You know what I mean? That they just leave it and move on and don't want to kind of revisit. So it's very fascinating to me when you find those little gems there that ended up turning into great things later on. I wanted to ask you about your opener tonight, Alex Cameron.
Yeah.
I just, and please don't think badly of me on this one, but I just heard his solo music for the first time last week. His record label played it for me. I was completely blown away. He's co-written some songs on this record with you. How did you guys get to know Alex?
His first record is called Jumping the Shark. So he's out there right now showing people the second one, which is called Forced Witness. But we had heard a couple of tracks from Jumping the Shark, and we're just in love with it, and reached out to him just to tell him that I appreciated what he was doing, and we just became friends.
And then just from there, you see him in Australia, then
he's been over here for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we hooked up. He came to Las Vegas, and we did some writing for his new record and for our new record.
Outstanding, outstanding. I had the opportunity to see you guys. It's my second time seeing you in the course of about a few months because I saw you the first weekend of ACL. I thought your Tom Petty covers were absolutely phenomenal. Like just were perfect amongst that night. When you were covering somebody like that obviously I would assume you have a great deal of respect for, that has this unbelievable catalog of great material, how do you narrow it down? You know what I mean? I think you guys did American Girl, and I think you did Waiting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, we had to take into consideration that you're playing at a festival, and you don't know how many of these people are Tom Petty fans, and so we wanted to pay tribute and have them be able to recognize it.
Sure.
So American Girl was just a no-brainer, and then The Waiting is just such a beautiful song, and it was nice to be able to do both of those. He has so many.
February is the month for love, and when was the last time you gave your carpet the love and attention it really deserves? Have you gotten down on your hands and knees and adored how clean and refreshed it was, or are you scared of what you might see or smell? Now, not only is your carpet one of the biggest investments in your home, but it's also the biggest air filter in your home. Now, if your carpet has not been professionally cleaned, you are breathing unhealthy levels of nasty dirt, dander, bacteria, and germs that keep recirculating again and again and again. And what's worse, you're going to be stuck inside breathing this nasty stuff for months. Lucky for you, Zero Res is going to spread the love to you and your home with their Love Your Rug special. That's right, Zero Res is over 5,900 Google reviews with a 4.9 rating. So get 3 rooms, Zero Resified, starting at $119, plus a 4th room cleaned for free. And don't forget about dirt and dander's favorite hiding place, your air ducts. This month, take $75 off when you get your air ducts Zero Res clean. So call them right now, 314-474-2020, or go online at ZeroResSTL.com and say you want the Riz Show special. Spell forward or backward, it spells the same at Zero Res.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes. Yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first things first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. You've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just
Phil and Moon.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. He's never called me that.
I've never
Never
called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but
No,
that was
it's
the
fine.
first thing that
It's
popped
his
into my
fault.
head. It's the first thing
Moon
that
was
popped in my
telling me because you know I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing front.
That's
It's
nice.
in these hills. What was the last time y'all went skiing?
I've never been.
You've never been skiing?
Me neither.
You've never been skiing?
Water ski or snow ski, never done it.
Water skiing, hate it. Snow skiing, love it.
Tried water skiing. Could not keep the skis on my feet. Very frustrating. Wide foot, I guess.
But you never gone snow skiing. I love it.
No, I want to go every year. I'm doing it this year.
Well,
But I'm
Hidden
like,
Valley's a nice little hill to kind of
too
practice
old
on
though?
first time. No.
You know, like there's a point you age out of trying stuff for the first time.
Skateboarding, yes. Snowboarding, no.
I
Not
want to
snowboarding,
take a
skiing,
kid
no.
out on the bunny slopes and ruin some child's life.
You're too old to start skateboarding, yes.
I learned that on my own last year, but
skiing.
All right.
Skiing can hop. Yeah, you can hop on a pair of skis and be all right.
What's the price point on Hidden Valley? What's an afternoon out there going to cost me?
$100. I think.
All right.
Is that right?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, because you're going to want rental.
They'll deck me out?
I would wear a helmet.
Yeah. Can I bring my own?
Yeah.
Helmet, yeah.
Like a Chiefs helmet or something?
Of course.
I love watching Chelsea Handler.
She skis topless.
She skis topless. She's holding her dogs. Like one's on a backpack, the other she's got an American flag flying down.
Yeah, but
Whistler.
she's up in Aspen.
She's in Whistler, Canada.
Whistler, Canada.
And she's my hero, man. I'm like, God, that looks so cool.
Headline.
Looks fun.
Headline. Man falls 20 feet after ski lift chair dislodges on the hill.
Oh, no.
Sticks Landing.
Where?
This is in New Hampshire.
Gets laid.
So a guy riding a ski lift fell about 20 feet right to the ground after his chair detached, just fell off the line.
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
Never heard of that.
I haven't either.
I mean, you've seen them
New
stay.
fear unlocked.
You've seen them stay on the line when they go out of control, go 200 miles an hour, start slinging people.
I've been on a chairlift when it's windy.
Some kids fell off.
And they'll sway.
Really?
They'll sway, but I've never felt like it's going to fall off.
No. I mean, I always look up at the cable and go, wow, that's not a lot of steel touching steel, but
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. So this guy was at Attitash Mountain in New Hampshire. Happened on Sunday. And the fire marshal said, based on the preliminary investigation, it appears a mechanical failure caused one of the chairs to dislodge from the cable. Nobody else was hurt. This guy was on the ski lift by himself.
Jeez.
A witness says the ski patrol had to backboard this guy and pull him down the hill. Sucks.
I've taken a ski lift up in Taos, New Mexico one time. No snow on the ground. Well, there's a little bit of snow at the very top of this thing, but it's fun. I mean, and it's fun to like look at your feet because you almost look like you're just sitting and you're just flying through.
Yeah, when you got your skis on, you kind of swing your skis.
Yeah, you kick the
I've seen
snow off.
skis fall off. I've seen poles fall.
It's so peaceful.
Someone told me that's like the hard thing to look cool. They're like, if you're getting off the ski lift and like sticking the landing and not awkwardly falling
That's
down.
one of the
is
hard.
very difficult.
When you're new to it, to get off, and
That's-
then
Oh, God.
That's the
you
big
got to
warning.
hold your poles, and you got to go down a little. And I've seen people eat it, and they have to stop the ski lift.
Yeah, but that's okay. That happens to every newbie. That was what my daughters were most afraid of. It was the ski lift and looking stupid or getting hurt or something. And you're like, hey, you just got to go for it. And you're probably going to fall the first time, and it's no big deal. I'm still falling every once in a while when I'm getting off that thing on a snowboard. It happens. It's whatever.
You can't look cool.
That's what I'm told. I'm told like getting off the ski lift, you're gonna like awkwardly, slowly fall like a dork.
Why do people say like the offensive thing like Trump skis in jeans? Like why jeans? Skiing in jeans, is that like nobody ski like I get it, you got like your ski suit on, but skiing in
never
jeans, I
heard
feel
that
like you can
before.
kind of
like this guy skis in jeans.
Yeah, like it's an offensive thing to say to somebody allegedly.
It's kind of an elitist sport. I could see that. That's like you know,
your snowsuit on,
wearing Crocs out.
Yeah,
that's their version
I
of
don't know,
like
never
wearing
heard that
Crocs to
before.
the
You
golf
think so,
course.
though? You go out to Hidden Valley and like half the people wearing Carhartts.
Yeah, I'm not saying here,
It's
but
like
I
a
think
different
like
vibe.
you start talking about like Aspen and Vale. That's an elitist
Oh
scene,
yeah,
dude.
you got the best gear.
That's where I last snowboarded in it, and I wasn't prepared. I had like a coat and some other things, but I wasn't prepared well enough, so I had to go get a coat. And Vail is just like, they know they got you. You ain't going there anywhere else.
Yeah.
So if you got to buy a coat, you got to buy a $600 coat.
Oh my.
I think that's my problem.
This is
with
the most
skiing, dude.
expensive.
Same thing with golf. I think I enjoy playing golf, but I hate being associated with people who like golf. The culture. I don't like the back slapping country club culture. It's not my thing.
It is interesting, but this is a lifer coat. I spent so much money on this stupid thing
It's a
because
cute coat.
that I was like, well, I'm using this for life.
Yeah.
Period.
That's a good one though.
All right, I want to before moving into sports, I want to get this real quick. So the Chiefs and Eagles are the top two NFL teams this year, but are they home to the best NFL cities? Who's higher on the list according to Wallet Hub?
Eagles.
Kansas City.
No.
Philly is a hard. Really,
Philly
is a
didn't even
hard-
make the top 10.
Oh, I thought you just
good
meant out
job.
of those two.
No.
KC's a football town, dude.
No, they based their annual rankings on each team's record, but also things like ticket prices, fan engagement, social media followers.
Oh.
And when you combine all the metrics, Philly only ranks 22nd of all the cities in this country. And KC is 5th.
Dang.
So, I bet
What's
they're
the
top
number
5.
one biggest city for football?
Dallas Cowboys.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
That's number 3.
Green Bay's
Dallas, number 2.
New York.
New York is number 7.
Raiders?
Raiders, that
Vegas?
is Vegas, no.
Let's go Seattle.
Seattle, no. Come on, number 1, number 1,
Miami
number 1. Number
Dolphins.
Second here. Let me think
No,
this
Miami.
through. If who was 2?
The
Cowboys or 2?
Dallas. I'm talking about the city, yes.
San
Atlanta?
Francisco 49ers.
There's number 6.
The Bears.
No, Chicago is not in the top 10.
Atlanta.
Not in the
No
top
way.
10.
Oh, let me run through my Rolodex of like football towns. Is
Come
it LA?
And LA is
Oh,
number
dude.
9.
The
LA is
stupid
number 9.
Steelers.
All right. Pittsburgh Steelers.
The stupid Steelers.
Great
Pittsburgh
guess.
Steelers, yes.
Good job.
Pittsburgh, Dallas, Green Bay, Boston, Kansas City, San Francisco, New York, New Orleans, LA, and man, just think about a passionate fan base.
Browns.
Minnesota.
Minnesota Vikings.
Home of the Vikings.
The Browns are last, probably, right? Except for the last couple of years.
Terrible.
By the way, St. Louis not
Browns.
even in the top 250.
That sucks.
Yikes.
All right, here's sports. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Well, we'll start with football since we're talking about football. The LA Rams will be the home team in the 2026 first ever NFL game in Australia.
Australia, huh?
That's right.
Oh, shrimp on the bobby.
Multi-year commitment to play in Melbourne. Looks like the Rams will be first, so good for them. They're playing on the Melbourne Cricket Ground, which holds about 100,000.
Boy, how are they going to pull that off?
And I feel bad. That's like a
Long
14-hour
flights?
flight.
That's a long flight.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that LA's first, LA or the Chargers closest. I mean, Melbourne's south of Sydney, so that's a longer flight than you even think, because they're probably gonna have to go to Sydney and then fly down there. So bummer. A couple days ago, the Blues were outshot 13-3 in the first period, but entered the first intermission 0-0 thanks to Bennington. Edmonton had a 27-11 edge on shot attempts and controlled possession, but through most of the third period, the Blues were up 2-1 till about 2 minutes left in the game. The Oilers came back on the Blues, sent it to overtime, and then lost in overtime. Blues play the Panthers here in St. Louis tonight, 7 p.m. start. Let's see. The NFL decided to fine Travis Kelce due to unsportsmanlike conduct by the Chiefs tight end in the second quarter of the win over the Bills. The league's organization deemed that the 35-year-old vet committed taunting after arguing with Buffalo safeties DeMar Hamlin and Cole Bishop following a Mahomes touchdown run. So he was fined. How much do you think?
$25,000.
$11,255. Kelce has been fined $14,000 by the NFL in Week 17 for unsportsmanlike conduct after making a celebration in tribute to legend Tony Gonzalez. And let's see. I want to go over this bonus structure, but I'm going to save it for tomorrow.
We'll do that tomorrow.
I want you guys to think about what do you think some of these players are going to get bonus-wise for winning MVP and for winning the Super Bowl. I think they're interesting numbers, and I'm going to break them down first on tomorrow's Sports Report.
Okay.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
Hey, so welcome back to the farm. In the last video, you
Looking to put new floors in your house. Maybe it's a kitchen experience, a living room, a family room, a nursery, bedroom, bathroom. You want to go with a local company, right? You want to keep that money flowing here in our local economy. Michael's Flooring has been a St. Louis flooring company for 30 plus years, going strong. Mike Reynolds is the actual Michael. He's super fun. He's a big metalhead. One of the nicest ponytails on a man I've ever seen, to be honest with you. And enough about Michael. Let's talk about the floors, right? You want a quality product. You want a professional staff. You want it done quick. You want to get that thing scheduled. You want to know what your investment is going to be worth. You want to be pointed in the right direction if you have no clue where to begin with flooring. Because, you and I, we're probably not the most flooring. We're not Joanna Gaines, okay, or Chip. We don't know anything about floors. That's why we hire the best to tell us, right? So if you got a budget, talk about it. You have a vibe that you're looking. Maybe there's a product that you don't even understand what the hell it's made out of, but you want it in your home. Michael's Flooring is going to walk you through that whole process. Professional staff installing. They're going to get it done efficiently. And again, you're supporting a local company. So get on it, all right? IGotFloored.com.
All right, we are backstage at the pageant. Big time club show with 311. We've got Peanut and Mr. Nick Hexum joining us. Gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure to have you back in St. Louis and playing the pageant. It's great to be able to be so close to you tonight.
You love seeing us in small places.
I do. I can't. I will not ever deny that.
It was a little off-camera, little banter we were doing. Yeah, it's good to be in small places. This is where we cut our teeth. You were saying Mississippi Nights, and we did the same thing in town. But pageant, I walked in this morning, first thing, like groggy, 9 in the morning, like, we're gonna destroy this place.
Okay, now this is a question.
People that have been here too, there's this Wall of Fame, and the owner has got a photo with all the biggest people in the world. Like, they get some great names.
It's incredible, and also too down at Blueberry Hill. I mean, what he has here at the pageant is just like from what I understand, it is a very small amount of his collection. And over at Blueberry Hill, there's the pictures with Mick Jagger and Paul McCartney and George Harrison. And
I've heard of all of them.
Right. All pretty established folks. So, but you guys kind of have to be on that wall somewhere. Have you not gotten a picture taken with Joe?
We're
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're Imagine Dragons.
Well, I think you got a couple more albums under the belt than those dudes. I want to ask a question that might sound funny, but I honestly don't mean it to be funny. When you are going,
anything. I love that. That could be absolutely anything.
Right, good stuff. When you go from playing a gigantic stage to a smaller stage, is there any like legit concern of, hey, we have to watch each other tonight so that we don't run into someone, so that nobody gets whacked with anything, nobody trips? Is that it? But you guys are pros, so that's probably not a deal.
I mean, you gotta imagine when we were first starting out, 22, 23, we were so out of control and wild. We had a few more on-stage collisions then, but now we all kind of just have an unspoken choreography.
I gotcha.
You know, SA has his lane when he's like, okay, Nick's up there, I can go around there and sweet in there.
Right. Yeah. It's understood without being spoken.
I think one of the things, the last time I interviewed you, Peanut, one of the things that I'd asked you was how had the band stayed together for so long? No lineup changes. That's almost unheard of these days. And one of the things that you said to me really struck me as that you guys kind of practice what you preach, And do you guys, will you guys see each other outside?
More Choice Jewelry and NinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show.
Family owned and operated, and not only extremely, extremely respected all throughout the country from customers, happy customers like me and Riz, but in our business community. It's one of the most highly respected businesses in the friggin' town, and for good reason. These are great people that go out of their way to make sure that they are conducting great business. So everybody, the giftee, the gifter, everybody that comes in the orbit of Moritz Royce is super, super satisfied and know that they had a great experience.
Well, everything's on the up and up, so you count on them for being ethical, because there's a lot of people out there that are willing to take advantage of your ignorance, especially when it comes to engagement rings. Like, I don't know anything about jewelry. I don't know anything about diamonds, cut, clarity, whatever. Oh, is this shiny? Fine, I'll take it. But, there are a lot of pitfalls and a lot of people willing to take advantage and try to squeeze every dime out of you. Not Moritz Royce Jewelry. It's a whole different experience just going up there and sitting in the private office. You need to make an appointment. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, sit in that office. They're the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show, Moritz Royce Jewelry, where you get the jewels, not the shaft.
Hey guys, it's Lux and Jacoby from Papa Roach.
What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, I'd like to say I'm doing good. I'm just much rather be playing a rock show tonight.
I would much rather be watching you play a rock show. This is such a bummer.
I know, very much so. We just got the news like an hour ago, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
We did all we could.
I'm here to rock. I'm here to do my gig. You know what I'm saying? And it's Mother Nature is just not having it today.
But the good news is, outside of being here for Point Fest, you guys have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Roach is killing it. I was on TikTok today. Huge fan of your TikTok.
What'd you see?
Well, I saw you reaching out to one of my favorite artists, Kay Flay, for...
Oh, yeah.
So I texted her that video this morning. I haven't heard back, but I did...
Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's
I absolutely did, and I sent her that video.
I love her, dude. I think she's awesome, man. Good energy, great artist, great live performer, great songwriter, great voice, just awesome. I'm a fan.
Well, good.
Obviously.
Then you're happy. I sent the text message and not like, oh.
Hey, let her know. If she ever want to collab, dude, let's do something.
Yay! So what was it like writing Ego Trip while you were all in quarantine? I know you guys kind of got together, had to get tested, do the whole thing.
Yeah. So we, the rug was pulled out from underneath us, and we were on tour out in Europe at the time. Came home, flew home, thought we were going to be home for a few weeks. A couple months goes by. And I'm settling in. I'm like, I didn't really realize I kind of needed a break in a way. And because we've been touring for 20 years straight pretty much. And then after that, I started to drive everybody in the house crazy, drive my wife crazy, the kids, they hadn't had dad home for this amount of time ever. And I was like, I got to create. So we hooked up with the boys. We all tested, did the deal. We brought a chef with us. We brought our engineers and our producers with us into this house, and we just locked in for a month and just bugged out and wrote music. And it was like a floodgate was opened up, honestly. Like we had been, I guess, kind of waiting for a moment like this where we had paused and then had a moment to reflect on life and our lives and what had been happening in our lives for 20 years. And it just all culminated into this like moment creatively. And it was like once we started writing the first day we got there, it was just like, it was creative, explosive creative vibe the whole time we were there. And we had 3 studios going too, you know, so it was like one in the main living room, one in the guitar player's room, one in Jerry's room, one in Tobin's room, and it was just something happening at all times. And so it was like, it was hard to keep up with.
I mean, you can kind of hear that on the record, especially with the 4 singles already out. When you're able to drop one single, you're like, oh man, they had some creative juices. Another one.
Yeah. We're coming with another one too.
We obviously started right out. We got Kill the Noise. We got Stand Up. We're playing them both. They're so incredible.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, St. Louis always throws down. St. Louis always throws down. You know what I mean, for Papa Roach.
We feel it.
You guys got the Rockzilla tour coming up. Talk about
That's
it.
going to be sick. I was actually just on the gram earlier with Ronnie from Falling in Reverse doing a little announcement on that. And so Rockzilla tour starts July 27th up in the Northeast. And it's P. Roach, Falling in Reverse, Hollywood Undead, and Bad Wolves. And so it's going to smash.
That almost sounds like a Point Fest lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. So
I mean,
maybe that's what we'll bring back here.
I was going to say, speaking of which, do you know how many Point Fests you've played?
A plethora of Point Fests. I know that. And we've had some slam dunk performances here. Straight up, like I've had great memories from the shows here.
The very first Point Fest I ever worked, May 12, 2007, you guys headlined the side stage, which is ultimately the best. That's like the best slot of the day.
It was
because everybody's there, and it was unreal.
It was off the chain. I remember that. It was hot as hell too that day.
It was so hot
I mean, what's
that
new,
day.
Right? You know, being in St. Louis and it's hot.
Well, Jacoby, I'm so thankful that you were willing to stop by, even though you're not performing tonight.
Absolutely.
We're so bummed. Today is my last day in radio after 15 years, and yesterday was my last on-air shift, and I ended my show with Forever by Papa Roach.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like your band is a true representation of what everything alternative is. It's what our station plays. I mean, Last Resort is probably one of our #1 testing songs for like 20 years running. So, and you just continue to put out more music. So it's just exceptional for me. We wait for you to come back with bated breath and all.
What's your prices? Oh, everything's so expensive. Oh, look what I got in my cart and look how much it cost. Well, big news from Schnucks. They have lowered prices on over 2,300 items around the store. That's a huge number. They've marked down prices on things like Honeycrisp apples, Jack's Pizza, Ore-Ida potatoes, Tyson Family Pack chicken, and organic girl salad kits. And if you had those big 32-ounce Chobani yogurt tubs and stock cold brew coffee, new lower prices on both those things. Now, by lowering prices in over 2,300 items, Schnucks has bound to have lowered the price on something you love, some of your favorites. Just check out the digital shelf tags around the store to find tons more items, all with lower prices. And have you downloaded the Schnucks Awards app yet? Come on. That's another way to save money. That's everyday savings you could count on, all at your local Schnucks. New lower prices every day on 2,300 items.
Aha! Welcome back to the farm. So today's a special day because I got Mark from Colonel Landscaping here. Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
So Mark brought us a gift. The gift of a tree. So, Mark, what is it? What does this symbolize? What is this tree? What do we call this?
So this would be kind of like a statement tree. Or a memorial tree sometimes. Moving on to a new piece of land, you put this thing in there, it grows along with you as you grow with the land.
Well, memorial would be like if I died and then you plant the tree. So we'll call this a statement tree.
Statement tree.
So this is a statement tree courtesy of Mark and Colonel Landscaping for Riz Farms here, which will be put up in front of the house and it'll be on the farm for forever.
Yep.
All right, so Mark, what kind of tree is this?
This is an autumn blaze maple, so it's going to get beautiful fall colors. It's a relatively fast grower, so it's going to get nice and big, give the house some shade.
Oh, awesome. So we need to put this into the ground, which I've never planted a tree before, so...
Oh, you're going to get your education today.
Oh, nice. So let's get it off the trailer.
All right.
And into the ground.
Yes, sir.
And how much does this thing weigh?
Probably about 200 pounds.
Good thing I got this cart. Let's load her up. All right, Mark, let's do a tree raising ceremony.
All right, here we go.
You're doing great.
Yep, that's it. Keep doing it.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Down a hill, down a hill.
Yep, now up.
Up a hill.
This is actually going to be the hard part.
Ready?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We can't just leave it like this, right? We got to put it in the ground?
Yes. We got to put it in the ground. So we're going to need to dig a hole about twice the width of the root ball and just a little bit more shallow than the depth of the root ball.
Do we have a machine? Because I'm into doing things the easy way. Listen, I understand the manual labor part. Makes you man. Gives you muscles. But I got nothing to prove to anybody, so... did you bring a machine with you?
Yep, I got just the thing.
Oh. We have heavy machinery. All right, Mark, start digging.
Oh, there you go.
Victory Men's Health. Guys, what's a better gift to give yourself for Valentine's Day? Let's call it Palentine's Day. Be your own best friend and go to Victory Men's Health and get yourself whipped back into shape this year. What a great gift for your Valentine to be like, honey, guess what? Daddy's taking care of some stuff. He's getting that ED problem addressed. Or maybe you need to drop a few pounds so you can feel a little more energetic, be able to go out and do things together. They got weight loss therapy. If maybe you're just feeling a little lethargic and not yourself, you need to get on some testosterone therapy. Whatever you need, Victory Men's Health has got you covered. And they're going to customize a treatment plan just for you. This ain't a one-stop shop, one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter operation. They test your blood down to a cellular level. They figure out what's going on with you. And the best part is you have a personal assistant because they stay on your butt about you being true to your treatment and being on your medication and taking it at the right time and making sure they're measuring success and showing you in real time that things are getting better. So don't wait. Go to one of their 4 locations. There's one in Each O'Fallon. There's one in Town and Country that Moon, King, Scott, and I go to. And there's the one in Sunset Hills and that location just added cardiovascular testing. It's brand new. They're always adding more things to their arsenal to help you feel better. So for more information and to schedule an appointment, go to victorymenshealth.com, victorymenshealth.com.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
for
a
being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you very
excited.
much.
So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Oh. Here we go.
There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
Wow.
So,
the flag.
Ah.
The flag.
If you would be so kind,
Of
my friend.
course. Do you have a pen?
I do.
Prepared. Fantastic. Of course I will. That's been waiting there
Since
in
2019.
anticipation.
It's been on my wall, and
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet. It's that time of year again. It's wedding season, so that means bachelorette parties. Ladies, if you're in charge of planning the bachelorette party or you're in charge of, getting all the gift bag stuff, you go to Patricia's, of course. That's where you get the candy, the naughty dice, the corsets, and so much more. And if you have any questions, can't find something, feel free to ask any employee there. They're not going to judge you. Trust me, they've heard it all. Patricia's is where you go for the lotions, the lubes, the vibrating toys, the sexy costumes, the sexy lingerie. If you've been to the East Side and you see what those girls on stage are wearing, those stiletto heels, you get them at Patricia's. Things for the novice, things for the expert, and everything in between. And you have 3 very convenient Patricia's locations. St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit, on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, highly suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always, but I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year so far. It sounds great on the air, and it sounds like a great highly suspect song. So let me ask you, where did that come in the recording process? One of the first, one of the last? Where was that?
Smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. I always wonder if, when it comes out as a strong lead single like that, if where it was in the creative process matters. You know what I'm saying?
I think once we heard that riff, it was like, okay, this is like the sports anthem style riff. We just kind of knew it would be the one.
Yeah, absolutely so. So a new album is out now. All right. How quickly do you see the audience singing songs back to you?
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are
Luckily.
And you got to be kind of like amazed and taken aback by that a little bit.
Oh my God, it's a blessing. It's incredible.
I can't remember words to songs I loved from 20 years ago.
I can't remember the words to the songs that we wrote, so I struggle.
You know, here's like kind of a weird one, and I'm very curious about like little things like this. I was at a show the other night. Pearl Jam was here. They played the Enterprise Center, and you have half of the venue.
Missouri sports fans, Underdog is available to play right here in our state. Now, the best app for the big game party is not in the crock pot. It's on your phone. Underdog is the easiest way to get in on the action, cash in on your sports knowledge. Just pick higher or lower on player stats, yards, touchdowns, even interceptions, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. And I have been playing Underdog all season long. It even makes those mundane games exciting. So for the big game, you got, Patty Mahomes, he's hot. Jalen Hurts, all right, how's he going to do? Saquon Barkley, he's hot. If you think you know better, make your picks in just a couple taps and ride along. And with Underdog's cash-out option, you could tap Win Now whenever you want. Plus, if somebody gets hurt, Underdog Rescues has your back with a promo refund. Underdog is the best place to play champions. Sign up now with promo code RIZ and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And if you're in Missouri, you'll get an extra $50 when you play your first $5 entry. Must be 18 and older and present in the state where Underdog operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concern where you play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
All right, first big summer show of 2018. We've got 30 Seconds to Mars and Wellesley Arms and Walk the Moon and K-Flay. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's really great to see you. I got to tell you this, though, kind of changing up the interview from where I thought I was going to go. I want to know about the fitness regime in which that you have, how you do it out there when it's 105 degrees, because I need to.
Okay, so we've just started something. We're calling it Witness the Fitness.
Okay.
It's good branding, right?
Right.
We're off to a good start. But basically, like with a tour like this too, we have a lot of downtime.
Sure.
So we're trying to take like times when we could do bad things and do good things.
Oh, very good. So you're just kind of keeping yourself busy, more or less.
Sort of.
But then also doing something very good for your mind and for your body as well.
Exactly, because I feel like one of the things, there's like a weird cycle that can happen on tour where you get locked into this like never changing.
Out the garage, and you got all this, what you think is garbage, scrap metal. So you're going to put it at the curb. The garbage guy is going to take it away. It's going to the landfill. Now, why don't you recycle your metal so it doesn't end up in the landfill? And, you can make some money. You'd be amazed about how much junk in your garage, around your house, on your piece of property is worth cash at Scrap Mart Metals. Unlike the other guys, Scrap Mart is clean, it's safe, it's convenient. Jonesburg, Peebly, and 141 and 44 right in Valley Park. They'll take brass, they'll take stainless steel, they'll take copper wire, aluminum and cans, batteries, electric motors, steel, cast iron. Contractors, make it easy on yourself. At the job site, fill that dump trailer with all the scrap, bring it to Scrap Mart, make some money off it, or have them come get it from you. They've been offering top dollar payouts for all your scrap metal since 2011. Recycle smart at Scrap Mart. Make sure you mention the Riz Show when you stop by. ScrapMartMetals.com. That's ScrapMartMetals.com. Valley Park, Peebly, and Jonesburg.
Well, here we are at the Shafe.
All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. If you missed anything on the program today, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring and the podcast, which is brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast is titled
Carved into a Mountain of Wing.
Okay. Very spirited debate about the Mount Rushmore of Super Bowl foods. Moon, what else you got?
Well, we got Can You Feel the Punk tonight coming up May 3rd. 2 shows available, and it's at the pageant, and tickets will be available tomorrow at this time. So 24 hours from today, tickets will be available.
You better be online, getting ready to click that buy now button. Like, buy now, credit card, smash that buy now button.
Last year, both shows sold out, and this is only growing. So
do it.
Don't miss out.
You have, 24 hours. Get it together, guys. Learn.
Follow me on the socials at Lern versus Radio. Thanks.
All right, Rafe.
Go get Punk Rock Disney ticks, and that's all. I have nothing else.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, celebrating 35 years of Hot Shots with a new daily featured menu item every day, all February long, from Edwardsville, Illinois. Joe Urban is our Teamers Member of the Day, and Joe wants to hear anything from Disturbed, and I could not find that song.
Must be a cover.
So I'm just going to play this. Enjoy. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy
The Rizzuto Show.